How's it going? Let me tell you about SD cards and old systems that you're hacking. Sometimes, in order to hack an old system, you need to have an SD card that's only 2 gigabytes. Not 4, not 8, not 16.
Sometimes SD cards look like bullet wounds.
Yeah. So here we are.
We got a game though.
This does look bright in the full screen, but once we get shoved into a corner, it's a little bit less bright. If you want, we can take that down one moment. Just gonna smoothly roll that down.
Very fancy. In the shadows.
Here we go. Now it's more intimate because Bob's lit by the TV a lot. It's like, hey guys, how's it going? Now the TV's making us bright.
Do they make 2 gigabyte SD cards?
According to this guide, Dan and Bob in the shadows. According to the guides, a 4 gigabyte should work, but there are applications that I'm afraid it won't.
Right.
But we ordered 4 gigabytes. That's what the stream goal's about. It's about paying for those because, you know, in the year 2020, a 4 gigabyte costs as much as a 32 gigabyte.
Yeah.
It's really funny because if I knew enough about hacking and shit, you could literally reprogram the 32 gigabyte into thinking it was a 4 gigabyte, and that should be sufficient.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
But who knows?
I mean, all you do is order a 128 gigabytes from China. Then you have a 2 gigabyte card.
And that's actually 2 gigabytes.
Yes.
But then you have to hack that too to realize what its true identity is. It's a lot like Kingdom Hearts.
Yes.
You have
to get its rigid sigil out of it, and then
the requisite sigil.
Yes.
It's a GB.
Yeah. No, we put in the GB. It had the Chinese national flag.
Gigaboots recoded the Chinese national. Too good. I rather dislike this.
Yeah, no, it's a little too dark.
Living in the city, you know you have to survive. You gotta keep the dream alive.
Thank you.
We're trying. I'll just roll that off on the ISO setting. See, the thing is, guys, if I bought a small piece of hardware, I could color grade this and then it would look perfect. It would look beyond perfect. It would be the most beautiful looking fucking face cam you've ever fucking seen with the same setup. But I can't color grade normal HDMI capture. Oh, I'm red or pink. I'm not sure.
I'm blue.
Anyway. So. Hi, Rel, technically. We're gonna try the story mode for this. We haven't really played it, and we've had this game for a bit now.
Yeah, it went on sale during Christmas time-ish.
Yeah.
I picked it up.
So we picked it up because we were interested, but we haven't had time. But since the stuff we wanted to do broke, and the time we had to do it ran out.
Yes.
We're like, what a better time for like a small stream. Small.
You see this?
Small.
This is what I've said when I brought up a big thing months ago. Like, I got to play it once. Here it is.
This was, if I remember correctly, one moment.
Everybody's supersonic racing. Try to keep your feet right on the ground when you're supersonic racing. There's no time to look around. We're just supersonic racing. Running to the point of no return.
I believe this was on our category of best game you played once.
Maybe.
I think this was a candidate. But anyways, let's check out this intro. Maybe people don't know the plot.
Sonic, Omo-Chow and Big and I are having a picnic. Want to join us?
Hey Goku, we're all having a picnic. Nothing's gonna go wrong today, right?
Nothing bad's gonna happen today, Goku. Some kind of race, but I've always got time for a chili dog.
A race? didn't get any invitations.
Starry Night, it's always better if they add a plot.
Oh yeah. I am Dodonpa. I'm glad to see you accepted the honor of
Everyone's Dodonpa, loves Dodonpa.
Prove to me that you're the fastest.
Fastest is Sonic's middle name.
Yeah.
But what's this race all about? Your invitation was skinny on details.
I don't remember Sonic R having a plot. Sonic R barely has a game.
Yeah, but Sonic R barely got out that door.
Yeah, you can tell that game's real rough.
I appreciate both of your efforts even if you play inferior kart races.
Look, this is one of our first times playing this.
Yeah, we only got to play it a little bit.
And ignoring that limited intellectual capacities crack, all this super science and punishing track talk sounds
I assume it's
suspicious
inferior
and
compared to Sonic All-Stars Racing Transformed, since this is Straw Hat.
I mean, it's obviously inferior to Mario Kart, but almost everything is. So
I don't know what you're talking about. Mod Nation's right over there.
if they ever let them make a version that ran, I might consider that.
A wise choice, Blue Hedgehog. Join me in my spaceship, and we'll go to planet.
He seems like a really trustworthy crackhead.
Yeah. Join me and my 13 other selves in my spaceship.
Okay, that sounds better.
Can I go in your spaceship?
There's that Twitter video going around of that dude just reading tweets from the Duke Nukem quotes Twitter. They're really good. He's like, I'm gonna rip your head off and pass out from looking at the blood. I'm just like, this is really good. Join me in my spaceship I earned by liking Avengers. So this is set up for 2-player.
Yeah. Sure.
I'm Duke Nuke them.
The racetracks are ready. Time to acquire drivers.
Normal mode.
Yeah. I think it's obvious.
So pumped to do this.
Let's do this.
Knuckles. We have loadouts. Oh, we haven't unlocked anything.
Yeah, we haven't.
Except colors.
I assume my preset color will not change Tails to being blue. I'm gonna assume that. I don't think Tails doll is in this. That's probably not a good idea to render that thing this high of fidelity. Also, it's really funny that this is like you can see the resolution on the Donpa's like and Tails.
Yeah, like his
image
eye.
there.
You can see the.
Yeah, you can see the chroma resolution and compression is real rough.
I think Blaze is in this. I wonder how long it takes to unlock her.
Yeah, I'm sure someone knows. Fighting Polygon Team. So who do you think our third teammate is?
Probably Sonic. I would assume.
It's Silver.
Oh.
Perfect. I got a perfect start.
Nice.
Hey Bob, me and Sonic are up here.
Look, I'm power class. I don't need this.
Man, look at this game running at 60-ish frames per second.
Oof.
Oh, it was. It was. It was impressive for a short bit there. The Crash Team runs at lock 30. At best.
Right. You!
I think it said cube, but... Yes! Sonic wearing a headset. So I got 17 Kingdom Hearts 3 trophies over the last day.
Yeah.
I kind of just... No, it's fine. We just bummed. We'll live. We're in first. Man, they should track that thing at more than 30 hertz. Because it flickering all over the places. A little trippy when I'm close to you. Anyway.
It's really weird that I'm able to pull ahead when you're fast. You're supposed to be faster, I thought.
Am I?
Yeah, because you're like Technic class, and I'm power, so I'm just good at hitting people.
I mean, power, I would assume, is like horsepower. Technique, I would assume, gives me something about drifting. I don't know.
Maybe.
I know nothing.
Slingshot.
See, the problem with this is neither of us can reach out.
Yeah, that's
I may
true.
drop out after this race, and then we can just take turns.
All right. And plus, we are making the game run real bad.
Yeah, it's... Hey, man, I bet on the PS5. By the way, the leak that has had a couple things from it confirmed on 4chan says the PS5 reveal is on the 5th of February.
Huh. That's close.
We're all in the lead. Imagine that. In the first one. Get out here, Amy Rose. No one likes you.
Women? Never.
Not at Sonic's racist. We kill women in Sonic's race.
Oh, he's saying cube.
Yeah, that's what I...
Okay.
Yeah. Because you're shooting a cube. What did we do to unlock this? Was it getting a certain number of rings? Is it the final stretch?
I don't know. Maybe Sonic just yells it, we go Super Saiyan.
We just have to wait for him to have confidence in us.
Yes.
That's where our strength comes from. Man, which one of us got... Oh, ha! My backflip at the last second gave me that extra boost I needed. Team actions build a meter. By the way, John Juando is a fan of this game.
Yeah, I think they came in last time we were talking about it for some reason.
I beat you by 4 milliseconds.
Oh my god, Dan. What a Chad.
Yeah, I know. Cool, we got little credits. I assume we're gonna spend them somewhere. Right. I was like, what? Are we doing a Grand Prix? And then I was like, right, it's adding our scores together because it's a team. What a chow.
Well done,
instead of what a Chad.
Of course, some of you did better than others.
Yeah, I was 4 milliseconds faster than Bob. Even he admits it's the chasm in skill here.
That creepy chuckle is 1-0 away from an Eggman laugh.
How do you do item pass, John? But here, let me drop out. Go ahead and go back. Oh.
Just hit it again. It should. There.
Oh. Okay. Cool.
Modifications say a lot about
It's either
the race.
circle or B to pass items.
Piles of chows.
Hell yeah! Look at that.
What the heck? That's hilarious.
It's got a real cat bus energy to the high beams.
It does.
Do not trust.
But we're gonna be Amy Rose.
Ready to do my best.
In her Honda Civic, she's about to run someone over with.
You guys, something about this whole setup
It's a
still
play
baffles
school
me.
mobile. Play school Playmobil.
Nowhere and has a bunch of strangers compete in a crazy, dangerous race. I agree.
Yeah, it does look like the car Homer Simpson designed.
Yeah, okay.
This mysterious competition. I just bet he and the doctor are buddies.
So the funny thing is we sit so close to the TV that there will never be a point where the TV doesn't. Like, we would have to be on that couch back there for the TV to not affect the lighting.
Right.
But I don't think it looks bad.
Yeah.
I think people would have to be like really weirdly critical of face cams to be like, oh, it looks terrible. Also, let me know if the audio balance is good for you guys.
Explore the map, play side races, and collect hidden keys.
Yeah, no, the
Flandre saying that this game is what made Big likable. Think about that. It's like,
Dangerous things.
people liked Big since fucking 1999.
yeah, no,
There
here's-
have been Big stands for 21 years.
people love Big and his adventure in Sonic Adventure 1 a lot.
For some reason.
It's hilarious.
We were losing it.
Froggy, no.
Froggy, no. Like, we were just losing it during that Let's Play because I assumed, like, there was more to the character than the dumb memes. And,
But no, he is the nut meme.
and that's fine. Guys, Amy's team is a Chow Cart and Big the Cat.
It's pretty rough, I gotta say.
Man, it's rough getting shoved into the closet.
Look, when Sonic ain't gonna let you on his team, you don't know what to do. They can't just make some sort of competent team that doesn't involve Big the Cat. Never. Or Chow's.
It's a shame. Not just any Chow, it's Omo Chow. Oh, is Omo Chow the one driving?
Omo Chow is the leader of the Chows, I guess?
Omo Chow is the Chow that teaches you all the stuff in Sonic Adventure 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Wait, maybe just 2. Yeah, it's just 2.
Just there are more than him in that cart.
Right. He's number 1 Chad.
Okay. That's not the way that...
Q! Oh, look at you getting trophies.
Ooh.
Yeah, I really wish these pictures were higher quality. Even Amy Rose's profile picture in the upper left is really blocky. Like, and of course, this is going to be hard to see on Twitch, but...
Right.
And the trophies and everything. Oh, Jesus. Why does this look... Whatever.
Because it's a low-rent racer?
Can I get... You say that, but, like, Crash Team Racing's right over there.
Yeah.
Like, I think this game looks visually very nice, especially compared to that game, when it's 60 frames per second. And that game's a locked 30.
Right.
Locked. Cat. Omo Chow has offered an item box.
Give it to me, Omo Chow.
It's like you've read my wish list. Really. Amy here is just like, here's my snack wish list. Send me some Kit Kats.
So he's like, need them.
Amy just starts dying. She's like, oh no.
Oh, that's Chow.
Yeah.
Die.
Yeah, that was fucking cruel of you, Bob.
Keyblade.
Keyblade. I
did it.
I like the thought of her being like, guys, I really need what do you call that green tea stuff? The powder?
Matcha.
Matcha. Thank you. For some reason, I just blanked on the name. She's just like, I really need matcha Kit Kats or I'm gonna die. So when are we gonna start doing content based on the Sonic Boom television show?
I don't know.
Is that gonna be Sonic Month?
Really show him for a loop. If you did all the games, what do you want?
Dylan, we actually ran into remotely affordable matcha Kit Kats locally, but I was convinced they would melt before they arrived to you. I was like, oh. Remotely affordable means not, you know, $30 a box or whatever, or 50 or... Because, oh my god, you cannot find affordable matcha Kit Kats online.
It's sad. It's like matcha flavor stuff is real good, but...
It's the best.
At least those matcha flavor Pocky aren't expensive.
Both? Who can say?
Still, it says, don't worry, I don't like matcha anyway.
Are you ready for the next match?
I do like Flanger saying that this is like Sonic Heroes 2 in a way. Because you have groups of 3 going through. That's I get that, and I'd rather play this than Sonic Heroes. Somebody on Twitter. Here's the problem with following somebody who's popular and into Sonic a lot on Twitter. They start liking tweets from crazy Sonic fans, and then you have to read it. Like, it's like, guys, Sonic 06 is not a secret gem, and I'm like, yeah. They're like, it's not a hidden gem, it's not secretly great, and I'm like, okay, I'm with you. It's the game that sunk the franchise. That came out after Heroes and Shadow the Hedgehog. That was a downward slope.
Yes.
Come on.
Then followed up by also disappointed, disappointments like Unleashed.
Right? It's like, I mean, Unleashed was mildly better than 06 because it was a critically broken game.
Right.
It's just that half of the gameplay type sucks. Also, yeah, and that was one of the first replies, Phil. Secret Rings is exponentially worse than 06, which I was going to come out and say, but then I was going to have the debate of load times versus motion controls, and I would fucking throttle a person if they were like, no, the motion controls are fine. I know, because Eric's missing, and we don't know where he's been.
Oh, whoops, I skipped it.
But Dan, Sonic and the Black Knight. Yeah, that came out after Secret Rings. We're talking about this downward slope. Because if you think about that, if you can agree with the thought that Secret Rings is worse than 06, it makes a perfect downward slope.
Yeah.
Because I do think, like, based on my passing experience with Shadow the Hedgehog and Sonic Heroes, where I've played both for a couple hours, I do think Sonic Heroes is a better game than Shadow the Hedgehog. You know, Sonic Heroes didn't make me redo a level multiple times because I didn't find all of the collectible.
Yeah, no, Shadow the Hedgehog is absolutely... It's probably the low point of the whole franchise, which is incredible. Like, that's a feat.
Yeah. I mean, that's how I feel about it. I know there are some people who are really into Shadow the Hedgehog. Like, I don't even know if I mean the character or the game.
Right, like, I get being into the character. Like, that's one thing. He's super edgy. People like that.
People do like
but
Edge.
That game is a nightmare. There's, like, not a single redeeming quality about it.
Starry Night Rainy says, how is Shadow worse than 06 or Adventure? Adventure is considered relatively for that era objectively better than the things that directly followed it that generation. So, like, that's popular consensus. So I don't even think that merits a conversation. But I'll take up the other thing.
Right.
How is Shadow the Hedgehog worse than 06? Having beaten 06 and having dealt with 2 levels in Shadow the Hedgehog, you know which one I'm more willing to get back in bed with?
Yeah, no, like, Shadow the Hedgehog is just this endless nightmare of play the same level. Everything feels wrong. Absolutely everything.
Dante Namikaze says you have to restart levels if you don't find enough collectibles and heroes.
Really?
I didn't experience that, but I assume at some point that becomes a going concern.
Right, but it's not, like, level 1 is how that, like, it's like rerun level 1 over and over, trying to kill every single enemy using your gun.
Right.
And all sorts of other nonsense. Everything about the targeting mechanic and the way Shadow moves and jumps is incredibly bad.
Incredibly. Like, that alone disqualifies it for being better than Adventure.
Yeah.
Because while I don't think Sonic Adventure 1 or 2 feel perfect, I do think Shadow the Hedgehog just feels worse.
Right, which is insane. It came out so many years later. It was much higher hardware. It was a whole new gen.
Right.
And yeah.
You can customize your horns. That's cool.
I guess this one's actually Grand Prix.
I would have to check our video nosebleed. I can do that real quick, though, because we redid Sonic Month. About a third of it. 8 videos out of about 30 we redid because YouTube added 60 frames per second right before the month started.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to say is Gigaboots has always been a nightmare.
Yes.
And a lot of it's my fault, but not entirely.
I really wish this was a racer that had all of the stuff like the Sega All-Stars would. Freaking, I want to play as Shenmue, man.
Okay,
driving
good.
his pickup truck. Truck.
I was really worried you were going to say, I want to play as that one NASCAR driver.
God, what? Something. I can't remember her name. But forklift was Shenmue Min actually drives. But yeah, they had a lot of cool games in that. Like a level for Panzer Dragoon.
Mm-hmm.
I think you got to play as like Strider.
It looks like the frame rate's all over the place on this, but it is like able to hit 60.
for which one?
Shadow.
Okay.
Yeah. We played the GameCube version? Yeah. We played the GameCube version. So that actually should be the most performant version.
Right.
Like, most people don't realize the GameCube actually had the most balanced hardware of that gen, where the CPU wasn't holding it back and neither was the GPU. Also, the RAM was fast as hell. So, Bob, how excited are you over the prospect of the PS5 having what is apparently 5 gigabytes per second read speeds?
That's insanity.
It really is. Like, even without accounting for the drastically better performance of SSDs over hard drives, even not accounting for that, it's almost 100 times faster than this gen. Yeah.
That's insane. Not often do you get an upgrade that's 100 times.
Hey, Bob, you won't believe who's in chat.
Who's in chat?
Handsome Joe, who says, I got 2 GameCubes because of you. Hey. Hey.
You sure did.
Hey, you forgot your power cable.
God.
And we were going to play Melee.
God.
And then I brought up to you the idea that you could do the Walmart swap, where you buy a new GameCube and swap out and be like, the power cable was missing. Isn't that weird? And then somehow you kept it? I don't even fucking... Why did you keep it? Oh, so Umbreon gave Handsome Joe a gift sub. So now he can use amazing emotes that would make fake aggro laugh. Such as that. All you have to type is the colon and then gigaboots, and it'll show you. It should show you what's available. Dre's like, sorry, but I gotta go now. Have fun with your bad Sonic opinion. Okay, Dre, bye.
I don't understand how anyone... Dre, have you played Shadow the Hedgehog? Have you actually played that game
the
in the last
most
year?
edgiest fan we've ever had.
Yeah.
That I can visually confirm.
Right.
Because Dre does their own content on YouTube. And I am a subscriber. But Dre has a lot of edge. There's a lot of edge in the aesthetic that Dre appreciates.
Uh-huh.
So I can't imagine a world where Dre has not played Shadow the Hedgehog.
But I think that he's always the one standing for the secret rings.
Yeah,
and
that's
stuff. So if that's the opinion, I understand. I get it. Like, I'm used to that. It would have been insane if they came in here like...
He said in chat he hadn't played Shadow the Hedgehog. Okay. Yeah, there you go.
Okay. As long as it's not about that. I think that the normal disagreement about secret rings and motion controls is fine.
It's
compared
okay
to Shadow
have
Hedgehog.
a large chasm dividing you from the rest of humanity's perception of reality. That's a part of the human experience. But to pretend we're the only people who have assessed secret rings as fucking awful is disingenuous at best.
Shadow died?
Shadow died, rip.
What, is he Mr. Peanut?
God, that thing's so fucking stupid.
Oh, there's balloons of them.
Vox says, oh, so it's like Sonic Adventure 2. Which thing? Because we got people talking about Shadow lore and other things, and... fun fact, everyone, I've never beaten Sonic Adventure 2. I got all the way to the end of the game, and just the both ending, where you have to go through a gigantic level as everyone.
Yeah.
That was too difficult, and I didn't care enough to keep banging my head against that wall. So I've never beaten that game.
Like certain secret bosses?
No, it's worse. It's worse. Because see, Bob, when you hit a secret boss in, say, a DLC that came out recently for a JRPG franchise that's about 20 years old, you might lose, and you get to try them again. This kicks you all the way back to the beginning of the level.
Ooh. It's always fun. Yeah, just the boost I needed.
Shibuya, that boss is thrown in as a joke. You're not supposed to beat them. You're not supposed to. The Kingdom Hearts Mensa brain motherfuckers are supposed to. Normal humans aren't supposed to beat that secret bod.
Yeah, take that, Tails.
So we can't keep talking about this, otherwise I might vaguely allude that maybe it's not worth the reward.
You wouldn't want to do that. You wouldn't want to say, hey, YouTube exists.
All I'm saying, Shibuya, is you haven't posted a sick Kingdom Hearts combo video in promotion, so I assume you're not the type I'm talking about.
This was going towards GBWWF games. But now I want to request a SA2 stream featuring Voxandra.
I don't think she'll be interested.
I think that she's had enough.
No, she's saying Avenging My Youth, Sonic Adventure 2, let's go, I want this.
Oof.
Vox, I've played Sonic Adventure 2 enough. I'm not a nostalgic child man. I know exactly how rough that game is. I've done the thing, like, when you keep posting clips of the homing attack not working, I have yet to see you post the thing I've seen before where I've done before, where you jump in air, you hit the homing attack, and Sonic literally flies around a single pixel in space.
Yes.
And then just drops dead.
Yeah.
It was the weirdest thing. It just kept looping.
We've seen the absolute dregs of that game, Vox. It's bad, but it's still probably the best one of those.
Handsome Joe's saying we have to do the Dreamcast version. We don't get to even do GameCube.
Oh my god.
Guys, isn't the Dreamcast version, like, one, that'll look sharper than the GameCube anyways. Because the GameCube has lower resolution internally than the Dreamcast. And then this is when some fictional being I've created with my mind is going to be like, it's not lower resolution, and they're both 480p, and I'm going to be like, chroma resolution is resolution 2! Anyway. So the GameCube's lower resolution than the Dreamcast.
Mm-hmm.
So it looks sharper. The question is the Dreamcast version 30 frames per second or 60? Because I don't know off the top of my head. I never really played Sonic Adventure 2 on the Dreamcast because everyone fucking abandoned ship by that point.
Right.
I don't need... Handsome Joe, do you even have it on the Dreamcast? Like, we could get access to it. I'm just curious if you have played it on the Dreamcast or you own it on the Dreamcast.
I mean, we have his Dreamcast over there. Does it?
I know. We don't have every game he owned for the Dreamcast, I don't think.
Because if we do, then I don't think he did.
It's at your house. Wait, one sec. Bob, I'll be right back.
Shh.
Handsome Joe, let me know what's in the game.
Right? What do rings do for me in this game, anyway?
Handsome Joe, do you own this? Do you own this? No, I own this. It's in my hand, but it's in his house. I own this. This is a great game. I'm glad we got this, Bob. You know, it's
no.
Oh, it's one of those situations where the jewel case broke. That's okay. That makes... Man, look at this. What a what a great game we bought.
Sorry I didn't see you guys earlier. Here's $1 for every 3 minutes Zig bars beat my ass like a pair of bongos while you streamed. Keep up the amazing work, smiley face.
Good luck with Zig bar. Hopefully you do pretty good.
I don't know if you had trouble with that.
The only way it would be better if the top broke off and the disc was the bouncer.
Yes. Oh, everything I own is the bouncer. What a tragic yet beautiful fate I have.
I have to sound like Enzim. Is it Ansem or Zemnis?
Zemnis.
Okay, I was like, it's not Ansem, it's Zemnis. Anyways, I have to sound like him when I say that though. Everything I have ever touched is the bounce. and then that's when aggro tosses you a dog. You hold it down and I go, here goes. Cube. Yes. I should probably stop zooming in on my dumb face. Oh, hey, you can see part of the lighting kit.
Cool.
It's got this thing you strap to your stand, and it has 2 battery slots on the side because it's so fucking powerful. Anyone want to see me take this thing to fucking 100% brightness? Because I think we're at 65 right now, and it's actually an exponential curve.
Yeah, no, it's pretty intense.
Box, I was telling Bob about Prolapse Spider. Prolapse Spider's horrifying. Please don't blind Bob. Actually, you know, I don't know how it is for Bob. You know, maybe he's catching the angle in the reflection, but for me, this is a lot easier on my eyes.
Yeah, currently it's fine. It may be okay after you do that. I'm not sure.
But yeah, Handsome Joe, this is a great game. You should come over and play my copy of Sonic Adventure 2 sometime, you know? How much would it take to get Handsome Joe to come over and join us for a playthrough of Sonic Adventure? You know, is it really avenging my youth if you just beat the game? I feel like we should have to get all 120 emblems, Bob.
Why are you saying this?
I'm just lying.
God. Yeah, so many of those levels are a mess. Like,
180 albums.
Whenever you have to play as Robotnik or Tails, it's just like, kill me, please. And then Knuckles is like, I'm on an adventure to hunt things and find treasure. And like, no, stop.
I'm like, hey, I don't hate playing as Robotnik or Tails that much. Then I get to Quicksand. I'm like, oh, I missed this jump slightly. Oh, there I go. Drifting towards the Quicksand. I'm fucked. Bob's Knuckles is just Homsar. Alright, Knuckles.
Yeah, get back to me as soon as you find anything out.
Who are you talking to?
Oh, man. Vox posted a link to Prolapse Spider, which is good. Now I get to show Bob. This is the first boss of fucking Ys 4.
I did not expect it to be in a 2D one. For some reason, it was like Ys 4. They got to 3D by then.
No, Ys 4 is SNES era.
Yeah, I know. It's super old. I don't know why I thought that. It's just like,
it
it's
looks
surely
like
one
a
of the
normal
remakes.
spider, right?
Right?
Okay.
Ugh. Why is there some... Oh my god, why is this happening? Why is this barfing up his organs? I don't want...
Survival of the
Thank you,
fittest.
Mark.
Do you have what it takes?
Yeah, John, I remember hearing back in the day, like reading on GameFAQs that you got a 3D version of Green Hill Zone, and I was just like, oh man, that's crazy, how exciting. And then I checked out a video and I was like, oh,
The easy part is over.
this is really lame.
Yeah.
And that was, just so we're clear, in the last year or two that I checked out the video, and then I think a GameCube memory card I got like had a save file for it, so I eventually got to play it, and oh my god.
Survival race?
For some reason, that reminded me of the...
Indeed.
in Shinobi PS2, during the opening... well, not opening cutscene, like sizzle reel cutscene you get if you leave it on the title screen looping. It shows a level it's not in the main game. It's like some sort of weird test room or something. And I think there's actually some way to get that in level select if you beat it on the hardest difficulty. I never did it.
What game?
Shinobi PS2.
Okay. Yeah, that was a thing with ActRaiser and ActRaiser 2. They had custom levels for the test play to go through, you know, the demo play, so that way they could show off the abilities.
Right.
Or maybe it's just ActRaiser 2. Yo, that's a Prolapse Spider. Yeah, it is. I don't even know why it is, but it is. So people want to see an Avenging My Youth for Sonic Adventure 2.
probably to understand. Oh, right, we're playing Sonic. We couldn't, it was unavoidable.
Sonic, we had to talk about Sonic, so I told them I never beat Sonic Adventure 2. It would be interesting to play the GameCube or the Dreamcast version, but you know.
Yeah. Oh no, Ghost stole my gun.
A ghost stole my gun. Very believable. I couldn't have shot my wife. A ghost stole my gun. Technical characters can drive off-road with no slowdown. It's very good for cutting the turns in this track. Oh, that's dope.
That's not off-road. That's a buzzsaw.
Correct. Vox says, Danny, if you'll have me for it, I would 100% be there for the Sonic Adventure 2 AV. Now, I have dyslexia. So what I read was, Dan, if you'll have me for it, I would be there for a 100% Sonic Adventure 2 AV. Which we are not doing. Virtsvac, I don't know when Sonic Month is going to be. Because...
I mean, we're going to have new Sonic info every 20th day, so it could be any month. God, why wouldn't we do it again? Or it's just our video quality that much better now that we
video
need to?
quality and audio quality, and have you rewatched any of it?
Yeah, no, I know.
I mean, we know the beginning of Sonic Month is fucking rough. Because, you know, we re-recorded it.
Yeah. God, it keeps giving me square. Oh, no.
Chow drowned.
Cube. I'm sorry, it's cube, not square.
Yes.
I've not been seeing
Free Reb says March the Hedgehog. With Sonic X for cursed content.
Ooh.
Virtsvac says, don't do it, Dan. It'll be Banjo Month too. I enjoy most Sonic games more than I enjoyed the mainline Banjos.
Yeah, that's...
Sure, you hit the occasional one that's like Sonic Labyrinth and it's a fucking nightmare.
Knuckles is eliminated.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Knuckles Chaotix is bad, and I'm like, yes, but not heinously mean.
Oh no, oh no! Whoa. I didn't think that could even happen.
That was a very cool flip.
Hey, friend.
Hey there, buddy. I'm not your friend. It's like, mate, why do you keep driving directly into them?
I keep thinking they're going to move. They're going to juke me at the last second, but no, they kind of just hang.
Damone says, one of the beds says, someone whose favorite game is Sonic Adventure 2. I'm hearing you guys say it's bad is really making me hurt right now. It's really rough. Like, it's really, really rough.
Yeah, as I said, like, it's still my favorite 3D Sonic game.
Yeah. Yeah,
at least the Sonic levels.
It's up there for sure, yeah.
How much to get you two to wear the Sonic and Amy hats?
The Sonic hat is itchy. Yes, whatever gave you... I didn't even look at the donation, he knew.
That's good. Man, those chows look evil. Look at that one on the right.
What?
He's a villain.
No, he's just mischievous. He's not a bad guy.
No, we just did the elimination race. We murdered Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles.
Yeah, murder's a strong word. Let's just say a ghost stole them. Rush Stickenberg says, I only saw a 32X once in another state and we couldn't get it. So Knuckles Chaotix must be cool. Also, that's
a really cool soundtrack.
Oh, it's amazing. Door into Summer is a really good song, and there are like 2 or 3 other really, really great songs. But we would have to get a new 32X for Sonic Month, which sucks because the sound chips were broken.
Oh, yeah.
The 32X Star Wars game was supposed to be the first game of Star Wars Month, and then we booted up to record the video, and the sound just doesn't work.
Man, I was supposed to let people read that. Oh, well. Sorry, everybody.
I'm sure they're very upset.
You know what? At this point, we've probably done enough. We can just skip to where I got to in the story. Are you okay with that? Okay. Whew.
I'm gonna get to the bottom of this.
It's got him. It's got Vector.
I'm shocked you remembered his name.
It didn't come to me at first, but then I looked at him and I was like...
Name 2 other members of the Chaotix team.
Charmy the Bee and Espion the Chameleon.
Wow, good job. SPO, but
SPO.
I'm going to count it. I'm going to count it. See, here's the thing. My list would have gone, Mighty the Hedgehog, fuck you.
That's some pretty helpful info.
Because Charmy B is just an idiot. Tyson Hess is a surprisingly big fan of SPO.
SPO is really cool. And they keep giving him like the most ridiculous anime cool guy voice.
Yeah, no, that's what makes it great.
We were just talking about
Thank you, Giga Boys, for making the grind to level 99 in Kingdom Hearts 3 earlier. Only 30 levels to go. I assume you're going into the first battle gate on Olympus. By the way, this is Die Rocket. I'm saying this.
Yeah, that's definitely the way where you want to be doing it. I got from level like 50 something to 100 or to 99 within an hour easily.
People are like, Mighty's an armadillo, and I'm like, I don't know. Based on, was it Sega Sonic the Hedgehog? They're all 3 armadillo, or they're all 3 hedgehogs because they didn't want to try.
Almandillo.
Okay, Die. Most of the grinding guides I saw just say go to the Olympus Battle Gate, span Thundaga, you know.
Yeah.
And it got Bob to level 99 on standard mode in
I just ate some food that could bump up my XP, and then I was basically getting 2 to 3 levels per run.
We're in Crab Rave.
Yes!
John is taking me seriously. He's like, Mighty and Ray aren't hedgehogs. What? Just raise a hedgehog who flies. That's
flying hedgehog. Yeah,
flying hedgehog. I mean, fucking Knuckles.
Jesus.
Knuckles can fly, and he's an enchilada. So
Knuckles is an enchilada.
He really is. Vox, when people throw out shit like that, are you asking questions about the lore of Sonic because you don't want to? Oh yeah, Feels talking about Charmy's brain damage. Of course he's brought it up. Of course he is.
Of course he is. Rival takedown.
If the Giga Crew had to get Sonic Sonas,
okay,
who would be what?
I mean,
Bob's Espio.
Yeah, I was like, Espio's real cool. I guess I'd go with that. Or Knuckles. Maybe a mix.
I'm an enchilada.
Oh, right. The technique would be the one you want to go through this with.
And I seriously can't get enough of saying this shitty joke over and over and making all of humanity suffer. And Tosha's Amy, because she's a girl.
That's how it works. You don't get to even
I'm
be
sorry. We play by Sonic's rules in Sonic's domain.
No longer. Identify as female.
Is Cream female? Cream's female. Cream's better than Amy because she's not Amy.
Yeah. I mean, all other females in Sonic are better than Amy.
All two of them. Oh yeah, is Cheese female? Is Cheese?
I mean, we got Blaze the Cat.
I'm sorry, these are Sonic rules.
Rouge. Yeah, Rouge the Bat.
Okay. Spaceman says Vox is Rouge. I mean, to be fair, if you dubbed over Rouge with Vox's voice, I would cackle. It'd be delightful.
Slingshot.
Cheese's gender is Chow. Stark says, here's your government-assigned persona, Toad. Planet Mobius.
She just drove into it anyway. What a buffoon.
What a stooge. What a nincompoop.
Burn it up.
We both got a back button attachment. I actually found those helpful, as insane as this sounds. In the robot shooter segment, the Verum Rex thing from normal Kingdom Hearts 3.
Huh.
Because
did you get the high score on that?
Because Nomura has the same brain disease that many Japanese game designers do, where they're like, here's this first-person game. The important actions are on face buttons.
Yeah. They need to fix that. I don't know what's wrong with them.
I don't get it either. Looking forward to finding out if Dirge of Cerberus has that problem.
I think that they added a mode since we got a later version. They added a mode that fixed it because
Right.
they launched with just
They
that.
fixed it for international markets.
Right. They're like, no.
But yeah, the back button attachment, for those who don't know, in fact, I can just attach it to mine and show it off now. We're just playing fucking... Decide, when I do that, it pops up anyways. So, you got your normal DualShock 4. You take this, you shove the stereo jack thing into the headset jack, and then in a way that is completely terrifying. One moment. In a way that is completely terrifying, you shove it on, and it like makes a really loud click the first couple times you do that. And then you can set these, like you can't really see that because it's so far away, but you can set these buttons, either one of these back buttons, to be whatever you want. So yeah, it was the only action they stick in the Verum Rex robot thing in Kingdom Hearts 3 on a shoulder is shoot. And then you have triangle, square, and X do important things.
Yeah. Man, we had 3 teams. Wait. The team is Blaze, Silver, and Vector?
Uh-huh.
What happened to SPO and Charmy?
Well, they're with Knuckles.
No, Knuckles is on my team. I was Knuckles. Oh no, they're not in this team, are they?
Maybe not. Perhaps not. I'm sorry. Stark Maximus says they died, Bob.
At least Blaze survived.
It's funny that people are like, hey, Dan, there's an OLED screen on this back button attachment. I'm like, electronics have had OLED screens on tiny, like, things forever.
Right.
Like,
it's
since
really,
2006.
It's just a meme now,
even.
so you know.
I know, yeah. I'm living the meme life.
You got that right, Sonic.
Guys, feel free to notify me when a thing this small comes with a QLED screen. Then I'll shit my pants. Yes, I love this purple DualShock 4. I love this purple DualShock 4 so much.
Yeah, we got Team Vector. I don't know if I'll ever play as another team again. This team is great.
See that pose he's doing?
Uh-huh.
See that pose Vector's doing? Like this?
No, Dan. Dan, it's like this.
One second. None of the zooms work for you anymore? Okay, Bob.
Uh-huh.
I swear to God, that's what that ratatouille fuck does when you cook in fucking Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yes.
And it's killing me. Dan, when will technology advance to Z-LEDs? You joke. Just wait. Because OLEDs are expensive to manufacture, apparently. They're not as cheap as LCD, so there's going to be a day where people move on to an inferior technology just to make most TVs cheaper. And that's frustrating because this shit literally looks higher res than LCD.
Right.
Because, you know, sharpness is based on local contrast.
It's a very fancy looking car. I need to see all their cars.
The key LED! It's an X.
Yeah, of course it is. Got my Wario car.
That's fair.
Engine is hot.
Vroom, vroom.
There is only one thing that could improve this affair. More racers. Team Eggman is joining the contest.
He sounds like he's having a tea party with the Mad Hatter.
Yeah, okay.
Eggman, I knew it! You're the one behind all this!
We got it.
Oh, please. I'm here to race, the same as you. Except
I really like the new voice actor they have for Eggman. It works really well.
Yeah.
You've never been unstoppable.
Nosebleed, nothing's been said about Vertebreaker in months, so...
And now these fellows are here as well.
Oh.
Yeah, from,
Headcanon.
Yes.
Whitehead.
Christian Whitehead. Is it from Whitehead? I thought it was from Stealth. Can someone correct us on that? Is it just Stealth?
Yes, but we
Yeah, I don't
have a
know.
list of duties to perform here while the boss is away.
That's right. We need to maintain
I really don't like these two.
Yeah, they're not great.
Like, them being recurring characters is really weird.
They just needed some sidekicks for Eggman. They couldn't figure it out, so...
Okay, that's what I thought, Saber. He confirms it was headcanon, which isn't Christian Whitehead. Stark Maximus says, Sega be like, please like these fucks. The red one was okay in Unleashed. Apparently they added the dumber one in Colors, I assume.
A girl's gotta do what a girl's gotta do when she wants to win.
And I'm a girl.
Something fishy's going on.
Oh, Knuckles.
Imagine if Knuckles talked about, like, reinforcing his gender as much as fucking Rouge and Amy do. She's like, that's what guys do, and we're bros. It's like every other line.
That would be pretty terrible. Yeah, get it.
John Schwanzo says, no, you want to know some please like these fucks? Fucking Zavik. Did I mention how Zavik is the best character in this game?
Look,
Stark screams, no, Zavik is cool, shut up.
Zavik is powerful.
Rush Stuckenberg, I feel like Sonic Boom Knuckles is hiding an intelligence, you know? Like, his lines aren't about his gender, his lines are about him being a slob, I feel. But yeah, no, like every now and again you get a gem from him.
Yeah, no, that the writing in that show is frequently really good, and it's weird.
And some of the best stuff comes out when Knuckles opens his mouth, right? Weirdly enough. There's an arc in the Sonic comic where Sonic's girlfriend dumps him, so he tries to bro it up with Knuckles and Shadow, and it's pretty good. Did I mention that Mr. Feels actually Cyber Shell? I'm not sure if we've mentioned that on content. No, it's actually Feel.
Oh, okay, they're really showing the lead the way.
Dude, why would I be that upset about me stopping making videos?
Yeah, why would you?
Feels like, I have your Patreon bucks, Dan. You'll never get them back. I was kind of surprised that a lot of people were upset. They were like, I kept paying him on Patreon and he didn't make videos. And I'm like, sounds like you fucked up. Like, if you don't like the content someone's making or they're not putting anything out, I think it's on you to quit paying them and you shouldn't be mad at them.
Yeah.
Because to some extent, you don't know what their circumstances are. For all we know, fucking Cyber Shell's a vegetable right now.
I feel like it's... The content creators should just shut down their Patreon if they have no intention of doing the content they're saying anymore, but yeah, you should probably manage your money.
You should be better with your money.
Yeah, make sure that you're not paying that. Oh, you can angle your car in midair. I didn't even know.
Yeah, the right analog stick lets you do cool flips.
Oh, okay.
And then you get speed boosts and you win by 4 milliseconds. That was some artful dodging.
Apparently, man. I'm very artful.
Free Revs says, but if I was better with my money, I wouldn't be able to threaten you guys with smiley faces and ooh woo. If Dan was playing on a QLED, Bob would have won due to better latency. There's only 5 milliseconds of latency on this thing above a perfect score of CRTs, which you can't get on a digital format. Because we're playing on 2019 Zola.
Right.
We're not playing on 2018.
Q.
Excuse me, Temtem is $50? That's nuts.
What's that?
I haven't seen the game myself, but everyone ever has described it as it is Pokemon-esque and an MMO.
Ah. That's what people have been yelling at that they want. So.
Okay, people are saying it's $30, and then someone else said $35. Oh, someone's in Australia.
Oh no!
Possibly.
He was super powerful. I should not have tested him. This is the last lap, and they got their superpower right before the goal.
Yeah, that seems like good timing. I don't think you have to get first place, do you? Like, your team can play second, and I think it'll still...
Let's see. Was this a Grand Prix? I'm not even sure what kind of race we were doing.
Rush Stickenberg says, I had to pay $45 for Remind.
Ooh.
It is definitely not worth that price.
Okay, man, I need to get first place.
Yeah, win the race as a team, finish top 3 as an individual.
A few more.
Okay, you need to get one of those 3 stars. So if you got first place and your teammates just royally fucked it up, then you would still be able to pass the level.
Vector. I guess I'll play as Vector once. Then go back to and play Silver and Blaze.
Big thing to mention on Monday will include our Remind thoughts. We aren't doing a spoiler cast for a DLC with
almost no
22
content.
minutes at most of new content, like actual new narrative content. So I'm going to make the Mighty Number 9 review, Bob.
Uh-huh.
And then 1 year later, I'm going to release a $30 patch for it that'll add in me talking over parts of it. And it'll be the new timeline.
Oh, exciting.
Please be excited. According to KZ, he's going to have Traverse Town play the whole time during the Remind part. So, you know.
And we will do a pretty obvious announcement of, hey.
Yeah, we fucking wave a flag that we are going to start talking about that stuff.
Right. Void?
Traverse Town's newer versions sound all right. The fucking sound font-ish thing, the samples she used in the original song are wretched. That original version sucks. I will never back down on this stand. Are you a black hole for items?
Yeah, that's what Void is, apparently.
Right.
Ghost. They'll never see me come. Oops.
Oops. He's trying to put you in the Gigabrain zone. There is a bit of content locked behind all 13 data bosses. So if you want to listen to the whole thing, then it might behoove you to beat that. At the same time, though, 2 of the people on the podcast hadn't done that by the time. Sorry, 3. Okay. I was the only one who did it in time.
Yeah, but
so
Dan showed me what was after it, though.
Right.
So, because, yeah, I was pretty much at it at that point.
Mm-hmm.
I had 2 left of the 13, and I was like, just show me. We have to start this podcast. Then we find out the other 2 hadn't even done it.
Yeah, I figured
which was
they would have done
insane.
it in time, but
whoa, what's happening? Why am I going so slow?
Fia says, I won't have it finished by next episode either, and maybe by the one after that.
Oh, right, they're playing.
And the one after that, and the one after that.
It's almost like he's not going to do it.
Don't worry about it.
I mean, I wouldn't shame anyone for not doing it.
Yeah, no. That stuff is nonsense.
Yeah, now that I've actually been grinding to get my save file up to actual endgame, the huge chasm in equipment and Keyblade and stats and everything I was lacking made it so even though I was on beginner mode, it was basically as screwed as standard mode with an Ultima Keyblade, if not worse off. It was kind of nut. It was kind of nut. Feel says it took him 3 hours to beat Vanitas today. What difficulty are you playing on, Feel?
He's on critical.
Proud? Oh, critical?
Yeah.
Oh.
If I remember right. But we'll see. He'll say.
This is as good as it gets. I need help to catch up.
You know, this game has a very nice aesthetic. I too like the movie Wreck-It Ralph.
Good move. Crazy.
Feel says he's on critical, so it's half damage dealt, 2 times double damage received. And he has lower health and lower MP.
Dude. Just restart.
No.
Those things aren't even made for, like, standard.
Anyways, we talk about our thoughts on it. On Big Thing.
Now that's teamwork.
The fact that Eggman is here has me worried.
Was there a specific reason they just stopped having Final Fantasy characters in Kingdom Hearts? No, they seemed confused that anyone wanted them. So it wasn't a decision they made. It's more
they're dumb.
They made several decisions that focused on things that weren't that.
Right. Like,
which is weird because the original pitch for Kingdom Hearts is Disney and Final Fantasy.
And here we are with
no Final
metric
Fantasy.
90% of Disney just like crammed in, like way more than fits in the game.
Yeah.
Like just pounding that in and 0 Final Fantasy.
Yeah. No, Straw Hat. We didn't review a DLC with scores. I'm not interested in that. I think Bob would have given it a 2 in case nobody can read his tone from tweets and shit.
Yeah, no, it's probably the worst DLC I've ever bought.
I mean, I literally had to think about the value proposition, you know, of $30 for that.
Yeah.
And it's neat that people got a really great photo mode out of it.
Yeah, that looks like it'd be fun. Like
I always try, and I always succeed. I'm not here for you, and I'm not working with the doctor. I'm here to put an end to his evil plan.
Wait a second.
Beat me anyway. Oh, and don't
It
worry,
looks like
I'll stop
Sonic's
Eggman
gloves
for
are gloves, and I think that Shadow's gloves might be hands. Like they're very furry.
Well, he was made in a lab.
Tell you what, how about I challenge you to a race to see who's the best?
Yeah, but I didn't buy Sims 4 DLC, Jucifer.
Although there is no challenge.
I'm talking about DLC I bought. Like $30 for that is a big ask.
Yeah, no, I haven't bought any. I can't think of any time I bought DLC that I've been more upset with.
Yeah.
I don't buy DLC that much, and I usually do it for games I really like. They typically don't disappoint.
Feel says those are bracelets, not cuffs. He can take the bracelets off to unlock his limiters and go Super Saiyan. Oh, so he's Broly. Well, now Shadow's cool.
Yeah, right.
Vox says, what if Sonic is wearing bracelets that are the same color as his hands?
You need further research.
But yeah, it's kind of like if you made the argument like this DLC isn't a bad value proposition because horse armor existed. It's like, no, that's also a bad value proposition. Like
Right.
Sims 4 is a bad value proposition for the most part. There are some updates that are actually fine, but
Paying $80 for all the costumes in Dead or Alive. You know, that's up to you, man. If that's what you
want,
need,
then hey, they sure do give you a shit ton, don't they?
they do. Oh, Ghost came and stole my gun.
So Umbreon, of course, making a joke, but points out, that Sonic movie's next month.
Yeah, I'm kind of excited. I want to see it.
I'm gonna see it. Doesn't matter if I want to. No, I'm sure it'll be fine. Feel says, I only need the Tina costumes. Thanks.
And you see, that's the great thing about the DLC proposition with Dead or Alive. You just choose the characters you need all the costumes for and spend $100 on just their costumes after 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
It's very similar to the Grand Blue Fantasy.
Yes. Don't mess with us, Grand Blue Fantasy fans. We don't play Grand Blue Fantasy. That was dumb.
I'm tempted to just go read it. It sounds more enjoyable than actually engaging with that video game. Get the extended lore to Love Live.
That's fair. That's fair. Stark Maximum says, I confess, I've spent more money than I would like to admit on Grand Blue Fantasy for cool costumes for characters I don't own yet.
Oh, boy.
That's fair.
Yeah. Ouch.
I was expecting more of a line. I was like, and then he says nothing. Okay. He just said ouch in a weird tone. God.
I like my space car.
There was a comparison drawn about the DLC in Final Fantasy 15 compared to the Remind DLC. And I don't think... I haven't had enough experience with the 15 DLC to have an opinion of a comparison.
Yeah, I haven't
But both seem incredibly rough in how they're integrated into the story of each game.
Right. I feel like those... Because they're playing in parts you didn't actually get to see before, the 15 one almost has to be more new content, which is insane.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it sounds like it is.
Even though that content's back. Wonder.
Reese Brando, they actually canceled the last DLC for Final Fantasy 15.
Yes.
It was going to be the one that, like Agro said, now the clues finally add up and everything makes sense.
Yeah, because Bahamut was going to be that.
And he was going to be capitalism.
Yes.
The last three.
How Bahamut actually normally is capitalism.
I was like, hey, I want to become a ninja. And he's like, okay, I'm going to need you to do something really badass first. And I'm like, what? I thought you just gave this out. And he's like, nope, I actually sell it in exchange for items. And I'm like, wow, this is a bum deal. And he's like, that's capitalism, baby.
God. Now everyone's just passing me because I have nothing to answer to them. That's kind of crazy. I don't know why they were just able to go faster than me. All fast.
Maybe they were all doing the,
this glowing?
Yes, they were doing that, definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, not everyone.
Not everyone could do the glow. I'm glad that Agro's Austin ruined.
Yeah, I hate both of you.
Oh, well, it's Vector. He's on my team.
Okay. Sorry, I don't think Vector when I see Silver.
Right?
So.
Silver and Vector shouldn't be on a team. Like Silver, Blaze, should it be some other character can fit with those two? I have no idea who. Because they decided the Blaze is from the future, which is dumb, but whatever.
Yeah, Blaze's lore got really messed up at one point because it was originally one thing and then it got rewritten to be the Sonic 06 thing, if I remember correctly.
Which was bad. I don't know why they went with that, and instead of just like, maybe Sonic 06 didn't happen. She's just another hedgehog. Or sorry, another cat from... Wait, no, I think she was a cat from another dimension in the 3DS, in the Rush games.
Is she from another dimension? Oh yeah, there we go. Blaze was originally from a non-canon side universe, and 06 made her canon. She was in a game, but she wasn't canon.
She wasn't canon. It was just Rush, the only good Sonic game they had released in like 10 years around it.
Perhaps you could be useful in assisting me to thwart the Doctor's plan after all.
I don't know how to counter this.
Wow, that's awfully
John
big of you, Shadow.
Juando knows how to
Not sure
counter
it's
this.
just
Rush is
Eggman's plan we gotta
terrible.
smash.
Look,
I think Rush is a lot better than the advanced games, having
Donpaw's
played
motivations are
like
decent
Rush
chunks
isn't
of both. But
good is a strong word for Rush. It's not good,
But be
but
assured,
it's certainly better than
if
what was
he's
near
working
it.
with the Doctor,
I mean, it's good. It's not great.
Yeah, and then Rush Adventure was bad.
I think
Like,
it's
that
pretty
was-
dope, honestly. Like, Rush Adventure's weird. I still have no idea about.
Yeah, it could be okay. I just
Like, from when I played Rush originally, it was like really, really fun, and I enjoyed it.
Mhm.
Now, whether or not it's a piece of shit
By the end of
underneath
this
all
race,
that,
should
I
be
don't
one
know.
happy doctor.
Bold of you to choose the harder of the two levels.
let's go back.
That one's like earn a silver medal, earn a platinum medal, and it's stage 3-7 instead of stage 3-3.
Oh yeah, it is.
You would think the stars were the difficulty.
You would.
They are not.
They're just there.
So that one's a ring challenge. What was the other one described as?
Destruction. And this is a team race.
Okay.
By the end of this race, I should be one happy doctor.
We got a lot of people talking about advanced games.
I want to play more of the advanced games, but from when I played, I didn't think they felt good.
I mean, the music's rough because it's on the Game Boy Advance,
Yeah.
and it doesn't play to that very well.
Rush has Blaze the Cat. Blaze the Cat's really cool and has a lot of cool things. Like
I like the animation style of Rush
Yeah.
more. I think it looks smoother and it runs well, and it's really nice.
I have no doubt.
going
my friend.
between the top and bottom screens actually really dope.
Yes. Soul Umbreon says,
Dawn
or sorry, Zero Sugar Umbreon Ultra.
Everyone, it's a
Oh my
trap.
god.
Eggman and Dawn are working
Says the
together.
advanced game sucked because of the limited field of view. Yeah, I remember it was a restrictive
You can't stop them right
field
now,
of view in those
Sonic
games.
and Shadow are having a showdown.
Those two will be the end of us.
Collect rings to increase your top speed. Cool.
Sure.
Were the advanced game stage really made by Inti Creates like all bad Game Boy Advance games?
I mean, fucking Juando's in here saying, besides the limited field of view, Advanced loves leaps of faith and death pits. So what you just said matched perfectly with that statement.
oh, this is bad.
I'm not trying to bully, but I think it's quite hilarious that someone got driven out of watching this stream because we said motion controls are bad
Yeah. It's
in
like
2020.
that should be a
In
consensus.
2020. I get being sensitive at the time. Like if you're a Nintendo fanboy or you couldn't afford a better console. I'll be right back.
Okay. This is going to be rough. That was a bronze. I think we need a silver to progress. Here we go, guys. I got good at this when I played this game last time. Good enough to beat the last one of these. No guarantees on beating this one first time or second time around. Oh no, yeah, that's gonna screw me. You call this hot as she burns to death. That was bad. Yeah, motion controls feel good in Breath of the Wild. But, you know, that's gyro aiming. That's a lot different than the motion controls that freaking Sonic in the Secret Rings want you to use. Like, they are by no means typical or sensical at all. And that's what the problem is. I might need to switch to technical style. I think that's what helped me last time. Because they're better at drifting. Drifting's a huge part of this. Do that real quick.
By the end of this race, I should be one half.
Okay, let's race.
God, I was like, why does Tails sound like that?
Indeed. I have no.
Yeah, these do seem really rough. Wait, I got good at the drifting challenge. I don't know if I ever got good at the ring challenge. Had to play Donkey Kong Country Returns on 3DS to avoid the rolling. Yeah, no, it's really bad that they were forcing that into everything that gen. Gotta go the other direction. I think that's enough coins, but we'll try. Or sorry, rings. Need some keys in here. No, I missed it. Oh, Jesus! Oh, will I make it to the next set? Will that be enough? Probably not. Look at that, I'm parking in these though. Did much better than Blaze. Still not that much better though. I might have to change race types, guys. I'm gonna try this again, but then I might have to say screw it. Okay, maybe I... Does drifting actually get you a bonus for these or not? Or is that just potentially hitting more of them and getting more speed boosts? Hey, what's up? Okay, yeah, I do need to be drifting into them. What am I imagining, Dan?
Imagine you're watching a video on your phone.
Okay.
And you're holding your phone sideways, right?
Huh? Yeah.
And you want to adjust the volume.
Okay.
Now, you could hit the two buttons on it.
Right.
Volume up and volume down. But imagine instead, the designer of the app forced you to tilt your phone up to turn it up and down to turn it down. That's Sonic and the Secret Ring.
Yes.
Because you held the Wiimote sideways.
Mm-hmm.
In theory, they could have had the D-pad move you left and right.
Yeah.
But if I remember, you just tilt it to steer Sonic.
Right, because they're insane.
Yeah, the drifting's not giving him more time. It's the rings.
No, you drift into the ring to get more time.
Oh, so you have to drift into them to get more time?
To get ideal time.
Hmm.
That might have been enough. I got a lot more. Really? That was all I got more?
Mm-hmm.
I felt like I went twice as far. Okay, I'm gonna try this one more time, but then we're gonna just change race types.
Okay.
Unless you're like, oh no, I got this.
Uncharted 1 had 6-axis for grenade aiming, and everyone immediately realized it was a bad idea. I think Uncharted 2 still let you do that, but it also let you turn it off. I'm really glad that we moved away from fucking motion controls and are now moving towards having actually good rumble. Because that was the best feature they built into the Switch Pro controller.
Yeah.
The haptic feedback being a higher quality one. You're doing really good this run.
It's all of them.
It's okay. You still got time. Just improve a bit, and you can nail this.
Man, where are the rings?
There you go. You got it.
Oh god, that's fire. What's happening? What's happening?
You're on fire. But yeah, you nailed it.
Hopefully that's enough, yeah. Yeah, we got the silver.
I have no confidence in adaptive triggers. Like on the PS5.
Right. I'm curious,
none,
but
yeah.
I'm
I'm super curious. I get tired of Sony squeezing a bunch of features into these controllers, and they just are impractical to implement, and then make backwards compatibility harder, and yeah.
Yeah.
We can't stop them if we don't know what
Sounds
they're
like someone's
doing.
bitter about
We should
the
probably
bouncer.
Keep racing and keep an eye on them.
Stark Maximum says, watch the game give you Bronze 2, the sequel to Bronze.
Shadow is going down.
Mother's Canyon and Bingo Party neared.
Place first in the Grand Prix overall. And someone in your team places first in each race. Collect at least 150 rings across the Grand Prix. You have to do all of that.
All of that.
For a key, anyway. To beat it, you just have to place first.
Gonna be Blaze for good luck.
Engine is hot.
Imagine a Grand Prix where one track is mirror mode, but only one.
We're far from finished.
Is that what we're entering?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was busy reading the qualifications, so that way I knew what you needed to do. That's pretty weird. Wonder why they did that.
Yeah. Weird choice.
Says he and Eggman are working together.
Guys, I get that Rouge is supposed to be sexy. Do we need Bloom on her? Wait, why was the Bloom only on her in that other... Whatever. Only some of the shots look bloomy.
What does eliminate mean?
It means blow it out your ass.
God, I wish it were still John St. John. So amazing.
It's so dumb. John says you're consistently picking the worst racers possible. John's a very opinionated person. He doesn't understand why you're not doing this game correctly.
I don't. Okay, I'm playing as Sonic. I'm playing as my favorite Sonic characters. What is the problem?
But it's not ideal, Bob. It's not optimal.
That's sometimes optimal, or sometimes it's not about optimal play. I'm gonna play Ryu if I want to play Ryu.
Right.
It's on Capcom. Ryu is bad, which I'm sure there are people that have plenty of complaints.
Did that update come out yet? Like the full update for Street Fighter V?
I don't think so. I don't think Fast is out, but everything else is.
Guttural Steve was actually interested in doing something for that. With us.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We should do that.
Yeah.
Since Guttural Steve's the guy we know who really cares about Street Fighter V.
Right.
And is local. Capcom Ryu is great. I love Breath of Fire. Spaceman's onto something here.
I keep saying they need to freaking make that all Capcom fighting games. So we need Ryu from that and Ryu regular.
Oh man, I thought we were about to get into RPGs that should come back.
Yeah,
or should be made. Which I got thinking about as I played through the Kingdom Hearts DLC.
Yeah, no,
it's
Capcom,
like, oh boy, we've gotten so many Kingdom Hearts games, but we haven't gotten one Breath of Fire, one Secret of Mana, or one of these classic RPG franchises in forever for whatever reason.
At least freaking the Secret of Trials of Mana is actually a remake they're trying.
Yes,
that's
it's
a
huge
full step
effort
up.
remake for sure, and I'm glad.
Yeah,
sure. It looks like it's edging in on ease.
What? That was a hole.
Where is Valkyrie Profile 3? At least we got Indivisible, which to me was better than Valkyrie Profile from a mechanic standpoint, but that's because, you know, I really like its parrying system and other things about it, and Valkyrie Profile just didn't stick for me mechanically.
Right.
Admittedly, Indivisible would be better if it had more systems in it.
Yes.
Yeah.
More RPG systems to go around would be nice.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm always wary of a franchise I like or a game I really like getting a sequel or reboot that turns it into Ys ever since the Lufia remake on DS.
That's fair, but at least like Lufia was a turn-based game, and the Secret or Trials of Mana was already an action game.
True.
So I feel like it's less heinous.
Mm-hmm.
I'm raw.
Agreed, Bay Dog. Indivisible is good, but it's not better than Valkyrie Profile from a by the holy laws you shall be obliterated standpoint. And yeah, I agree. There's something really cool to that setting. There's something really cool to you come to people in their dying moments.
Mm-hmm.
Like that is such a neat fucking concept for a game, and I've actually been hosting. Sorry, everyone. Sorry, I keep hitting that. I've been hosting over on Twitch. A guy who's running a channel where he streamed through the entirety of Valkyrie Profile 2 over the last couple weeks. Like nobody plays Valkyrie Profile 2. I was like, I'm gonna host this guy constantly because that's nuts. The problem isn't games becoming Ys, it's them becoming budget Ys. Boneless Ys. I mean,
Ys is
pretty budget.
Ys.
So, I think that...
If it goes beyond budget then...
Thank you, Crab Can.
Problems.
And that's the thing, I think the most recent Ys, and maybe the one before it, are the only ones that didn't look budget. Like, the one that's yet to come out. I lost track of the numbers, so don't ask me what the number on the most recent is. I'm guessing it's 8 or 9.
I think 8's the one's already out, and 9 is the one that's coming.
Okay, so it's 9. Yeah, it is 9. Yeah. I'd play Valkyrie Profile 2 again if it's on the PS5. Yeah, I'd give it a chance.
I remember the difficulty being insane.
So it's Valkyrie Profile.
Yeah. Oh, barrel roll.
Okay, 9 is out in Japan. Okay. But yes, 9. That actually looks expensive.
It still looks budget, though.
It relative to Kingdom Hearts, yeah. I'm trying to think of what other contemporaries there are to compare it against. But yeah, it looks fairly budget, but it looks high budget. It looks high budget for an Ys game.
Right, for sure.
Also, the clips I saw forever ago ran like shit, so I'm hoping the final game isn't that rough.
Yeah.
I love every time a Japanese developer decides they're going to make an open world game, and that's just code for our game's going to run like shit.
Yeah, real great.
Dynasty Warriors 9 was an incredible experience.
That boost power. Hopefully these rings get it to me.
That moose power?
You will never beat our team.
Ultimate can't be beat.
I thought Silver said Ultimate MVP. You got moose power. I mean, Ys feels good to play, so I don't really care about the PSP look. Yeah, I don't either when it's the older Ys. Have you played 7, 8, or 9? Well, 7 or 8. I know you haven't played 9.
Yeah, they do hit a weird middle of territory
where it's like, yeah.
Yeah.
The combat design gets weird. And part of me went, I should really give those a chance now that I'm obliterating Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah, I have a strong feeling the combat design of those is probably better.
Possibly? I don't know. No clue. All I know is when the difficulty of your boss design is based on them constantly teleporting and being invincible 90% of the time, and there aren't proper tells for when they're invincible and when they're not, and then 5% of the time they take reduced damage, and only 5% of the time are they open to taking decent damage. That's just not great boss design.
Yeah, no, it really
That's how I feel, but...
Does not take much.
I feel like Ys can be bad in other ways.
Yeah.
As many games have taught me,
is possible.
Boss design can be bad in innumerable manners.
It just happens. The Kingdom Hearts has like this giant pile of them.
Feel says, sorry, go ahead.
Here's this gigantic pile of bad mechanics.
That thing's creeping me out.
Yeah, no, it's really cool.
Feel says, no, E7 is flat out bad. Don't play it. E8 is great. Look, Feel, I have a brain disease, and I need to play all of the E's, and I'm glad Vox came down with that brain disease as well. I had a conversation years ago with Sarlene where I was like, hey,
this is mud.
You know, I want to play through all the E's games. Which one should I play for 4? And she's like, well, there's not a good version of 4. And I'm like, but which one should I play? She's like, no, like they all have problems, and it's kind of weird which one's canon. I'm like, yeah, but
I don't want to play both. But give me one. Choose for me.
Which one?
This is the knowledge I need.
Which I believe that Vita 1 was a remake of 4, so there's finally a canonical 4 that you should play. And Vox says, Dan, let me answer you. I'm going in canon order, from least canon to most canon. That's smart. That's really smart. But are their bosses designed even worse than Mighty Number 9, where you can stop doing damage past a certain part and the boss can heal? You've described Lords of Shadow. You didn't hit R2 to pull the switch in time, or you hit R2 and instead of pulling the switch, Gabriel did this. And now the boss has regained half or its entire health bar. Like Lords of Shadow 1 and 2 are nightmares when it comes to game design. Currently I'm on Dawn of Ys, the least canon 4. Next will be Mask of Sun, which is X-canon. X-canon. And then there's Memories, which is current canon. Nice. This is good. Is Memories...
Yeah, Memories
it's on PS4 or is it only on Vita?
I thought they were saying they were going to do a port, but I don't know if that happened.
Okay, yeah, I don't think that's happened. I think they announced that. Gabriel shuffles like he just swiped himself. Cellseta has a PC port. It's coming to the PS4 in spring. Okay, cool, great, awesome. That's... Oh yeah, I saw image comparisons. It was quite the blow up. It looked ludicrously different, actually. Because it was like before you would see a couple sprigs of grass. Now there's proper grass like all through the area, and I'm like, okay, yeah, that's.
I bet you a PC port's still on sale. It's tempting, but at the same time, like, no, I just enjoy that more on PlayStation, where I have the ability to get a platinum.
Right? Yeah. Like, it's funny that I'm redoing all this work in Kingdom Hearts 3 because I already did almost all of it on Xbox.
Right.
But I have no attachment to achievement. It's just a number.
Right.
Trophies are 2 numbers. Possibly
the bar
3.
You fill up. That's the thing. That's the main difference. A bar is filled.
It's technically a bar you fill up and 4 other numbers.
Yes.
Because it's bronze, silver, gold, and platinum. Those are 4 numbers.
Yeah. It's easy to say how many platinums that. It's not easy to be like, how many 1,000 gamer points do you have?
Right.
Because that could be any. That could be who knows how many different disparaging games.
Right. You could have just gotten low rent trophies from all those games.
Right.
But yeah, the Ys 8 PC port is really good now. That's true. Because Durante is a fucking Chad.
I hate that I'm just like, yeah, that Bayonetta port needs to come out. I need to get that platinum again. I need this.
I'm trying to think about what misery it would be to get a platinum in Vanquish.
It probably isn't that bad. I mean, Bayonetta is bad. Oh man, there'll be a version where you can play as Jean and it'll run right.
Whoa.
God, that was... The Jean's whole thing is they reduced the window for her to get a bolt or witch time. And then her witch time's like stronger.
Oh. Okay.
And then the version of the game that launch does not run well enough to expect that of you. Is really bad.
So Dan, when are you going to try to outdo me and do how many versions of Ys 1 can you beat in 24 hours?
Good Lord.
That sounds fun. It would take a while before I could get up to your speed, of course. Because as of right now, I've beaten one version of Ys 1. Bob, how many have you beaten?
None.
Oh, well.
Oh, Jesus. I want to play more Ys. I really like Zero, or what was it?
Origin.
Origin. And I kind of want another one in that style, but that
just like how you and I talked about, we wish Kingdom Hearts would do another thing
like Birth by Sleep,
Birth by Sleep with original characters and new settings, and not 3.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty exhausted what 3 is.
Vox says Origins is the best. I still feel that way.
Oh.
Bob played Oath and Felgana for that.
Is that on PS4?
Yes. Pretty sure.
I think so. I think it's on PC. I think I ended up buying it on PC. But I'm like,
is it? It's okay, Bob, because the PS5 is going to play PSP games. So you can just play the PSP version of Oath and Felgana. We'll have trophies? Probably not.
I didn't even hit that robot. You saw how big that guy's hitbox was, didn't you?
Totally hit that robot. Hit that robot.
I drove by that robot. That robot cannot sue me.
You touched that robot's foot. He has a broken foot. Sean says, "Shut the fuck up! If the PS5 plays PSP games,
John."
That's about where I am with that too,
John.
Because then Maverick Hunter X can come out on anything anyone will play.
There's a PSP emulator they're using on the PS4 right now.
Yeah, it's true. They could do it.
They could do it.
They just need to have a stronger initiative.
Of course, anytime.
Yes, Trinity, we are doing the story.
I will do better next time.
Burst. Spaceman says it comes with a UMD loader.
Yes.
Dude, that'd be awesome. Shibuya says if the PS5 comes with PSP games, no one will see me for the week. I'll spend rebeating Dissidia Duodecim.
Oh.
Yeah, no, Duodecim's great. One of the few Square games I put 100 hours into.
Yeah, no, it's one of the best.
It really is. It's a shame. We were doing it co-op, but then no one was there to read chat, Trinity, so I like talking to the chat. That's why I like doing these streams. But the problem is with a racing game, unlike a lot of games, you get zero time to look down and look back up. You can look down in between tracks, which is why, like, whenever I do Mario Kart with KZ, it's funny because we're just, like, ignoring chat, like, unintentionally.
Mm-hmm.
You did it.
That Amy got in the way of my team, though.
Why the fuck didn't Duodecim get ported? Oh, easy explanation, Frogert. Square was convinced that it could be esports and then told Ninja Theory to make an esports. Team Ninja, sorry. TMNT.
Mm-hmm, I know it's a nightmare.
Anyways, to make esports Dissidia so they could put it in arcades and it could be a really big deal. And then it wasn't a big deal because it's bad.
I feel like every single time a Japanese company tries to make esports, it's miserable and they miss
Anytime
the point.
any company tries to make esports.
Yeah, no, it's true.
The least offensive one that's been the biggest was the Heroes of the Storm stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
where it's just like we're funding Heroes of the Dorm
and
we're
like
funding
Overwatch.
tournaments. Right, but that actually was an esport to some extent, whereas Heroes of the Storm didn't really hit that tier, you know?
I guess. They really tried with all the leaks and stuff. I don't know.
They did.
I don't know how well it went.
Just didn't stick, which is why they quit doing it.
Oh, did they quit? I thought they were still on that.
I agree with Shibuya on the... Oh, yeah, they quit. I agree with Shibuya that the biggest problem Dissidia and T had was making it 3v3. That and you're attacking... You're not necessarily trying to kill each other directly.
Yeah, where
it's weird.
In the originals, it's very much like you have a weird way of doing damage, but you're definitely trying to do damage.
Right. It's really weird. It's really weird.
And there's also, you don't get to customize the movesets at all. You get to have some weirdo, like, spells that can be set up, but not actually changing the main thing. It's a mess.
Stark Maximum has a counter to your Japanese people making esports being obnoxious thing. Puyo Puyo Esports, which over here is called Puyo Puyo Champion.
They just bolted it in there because, you know,
they knew.
He knew.
It is a fucking cornerstone.
It is.
And that's one of the things I like the most about Japanese gaming culture is that they respect puzzle games, I feel, a lot more than American journalists do.
Oh, yeah.
Like, they understand Tetris has a fucking legacy, and there's more than one puzzle game in existence. Like, even Columns over there got more respect than it did here. And that game was originally made by a Westerner. Like, it was either British or American, dude.
Yeah, no, it's... But yeah, there's a big difference between doing an esports-related release of a game because it's already been super successful, and that's definitely what it is, and trying to make a game for esports.
John Schwanda says, puzzle games and rhythm games. And then Stark says, American journalists be like, why am I playing this puzzle game? What deep message is it trying to impart upon me? And then the Puyos be like, Puyo.
What if cute?
What if cute? And that's the thing. I feel like a lot of American journalists don't really appreciate
game mechanics
in the least. Like, and I understand something being serviceably good as an experience over it being mechanically balanced is an important thing that should be respected, right? Like, no one's saying that Uncharted 4 is the most masterfully designed shooter ever made. But they are saying that its story, its campaign, and the things you do in it are really good and interesting. Halo 5 might be a better balanced game.
But it's far worse.
Its story fucking sucks, and its campaign is just awful to go through. Q. Spiff is saying things to piss off Vox. Vox is saying she'll kill him. Just figured I'd recap the chat briefly. Basically, Spiff said something along the lines of Guitar Hero was really popular. You know, it was so popular the Japanese ripped it off with some sort of keyboard game.
I feel like I've played the same level like a dozen times already. And then that mirrored track was the first time I played that track. This campaign's weird.
Yeah. You know what had a better campaign?
What's that?
Mod Nation
Vector!
Racing.
What is this about, Vector?
Oh, shit. Shitting your pants. No thanks. I'm not interested. You know, we're almost at 2,000 followers on Twitch.
Nice.
Yeah, sure. We're at 1,921, which is 1,921.
I don't know why everybody's mad at Dodonpa. This race is fun and my car is cool.
Hyphen Casey slams 3D glasses on the bed.
Good lord, that's a little too uncanny. I don't see what's wrong with this Pokemon game. I got some cool designs.
I thought I was writing the line, and then Bob's just like, fuck the line, and just slams through it like it's a stack of boxes in an action movie.
Go for the throat.
Bob's like, good joke. Casey on the couch behind us gets filled with bullets. Jesus.
We know.
Who killed my co-host? Oh, hey, you got the key.
I got the key.
Hey, Bob, what do the keys do?
They unlock new areas.
You can unlock that thing down?
I think I can unlock... Wait, no. Yeah, I guess down there.
Oh, okay. What?
Thinks he's sneaky, but I invented the word.
Oh, I can't go down there.
I'm sure John will. The keys unlock challenges. There we go.
Key earned. Man, one of those 12 Kingdom Hearts games I'm sure they have in development has better be a kart racer.
I'm just looking forward to the platinum Kingdom
of
Hearts
course.
game. You know, that's gonna. You get to play as Riku and fight your way through darkness and be really strong. Why wouldn't you want that? Who would not want that?
No, you just play as Terra.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Even better, he's as dumb as a platinum protagonist should be.
Yeah,
Bayonetta is too smart. Everyone else is the correct intelligence level. I know now that Kingdom Hearts is light. Shibuya says Kingdom Hearts already exists, Bob. It's called Rumble Racing. What's that?
Just having Xehanort is used to boost yell Keyblade. And Xemnas over there is like this unending battlefield. Every time you hit the rocket button.
The flames of my nitro will burn you.
I have survived worse than
And then you hit the button and he goes,
Darkness.
Darkness within darkness.
Last place within last place awaits you.
His boost quote is his voice crackling and going, "Come, Kingdom Hearts!"
It would easily be the best Kingdom Hearts games ever made. Because the Vanitas could just be like nothing personal.
Oh man, yeah, no. Having Vanitas, Roxas, and Ventus in the same game is really delightful. Make them a team. Thank you, Spaceman, for that clip of KZ Bigslint.
I stand by it, and I think KZ will see it coming.
Crabcan, can you tell me when you posted that on the Discord? Because I'm okay with you taking credit for it, but someone else tweeted at me a bit ago, and I've had this plan for a while now, but. Yeah, no, it's intense, Zachary. After changing Xehanort so many times, part of me was like, that can't be Christopher Lloyd. That has to be the lines Rutger Hauer recorded before he died. I can't live in a world where both Leonard Nimoy and Christopher Lloyd were fucking Xehanort.
Yeah, no, it's kind of insane.
It's nuts.
Yeah, I feel like, honestly, the Christopher Lloyd stuff is some of the stuff I'm the most positive about in the whole DLC. Like, that's really good.
There's about 16 really incredible minutes in the Remind DLC.
Right.
It's buried under 4 hours.
Oh, we're doing elimination. I didn't even know.
Bob's like, oh, we're doing it.
Nothing.
Pulls out a gun.
Nothing personal.
When this darkness hits 88 miles per hour, Sora, you're gonna see some serious shit. It's really weird hearing Christopher Lloyd impersonate Rutger Hauer's performance as Xehanort, who is vaguely trying to line up his performance in the same arc as Leonard Nimoy. You know? It's a real, like, Ouroboros.
It is.
Okay, that would be pretty good if Kingdom Hearts 3 Remind ended with him going, "It's about your kids, Sora!" I disagree. There's nowhere near enough grumble. It doesn't sound like Christopher Lloyd has literal gravel in his mouth when he talks. So I say his performance is closer to Rutgers, but, you know, Teach their own. Wow, Caliban.
What's up?
I knew you were ass backwards, but shit. Caliban says, I should watch Back to the Future 2 sometime. I grew up watching 3 and saw 1 for the first time last year.
It's super weird. 3 is the one that played on TV all the time when I was growing up. When I saw the most of.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Like I'd only catch pieces of the first one, and then 2 I ended up catching pieces of as well. The 3 is the one I ended up always seeing like the full thing.
Spaceman says you can skip 2, really. I think 2's the highlight. Like 2 and 3 are definitely the same situation as The Matrix, where they went to make 2 movies at the same time. So the one that gets the short end of the stick is the 3rd.
Yeah, I think that I really like the future stuff in 2. That's definitely the direction I want the series to go. And I think it's kind of neat to have the idea of having cowboys be the conclusion. And I don't hate 3. I think it has some good moments.
Yeah, 3 has good moments, for sure. I'm not saying 3's terrible. But, I think 2 has, good future moments and good past moments. Or, yeah, because he has to go back to the same scenes from 1.
Right.
Which is incredible for the time. Like, it can't be understated.
Unlike playing it in a video game, seeing the same scenes from a new perspective is really neat. Dark Arrival.
Feel says, you have to experience the real end of the timeline, the Telltale game.
No. I tried playing that.
Caliban says, there are films I really missed out on. Still need to watch Ghostbusters. I own it, just haven't seen it. Yeah, you should watch that. It's good. Make time for it.
Yeah. Oh,
Ghostbusters are really good.
I used to watch that movie every year.
I'm of the opinion that Groundhog's Day is a better film, like a better comedy and a better film, but I get that a lot of people love Ghostbusters a lot. The reason that I'm making this comparison is it's the same writer. Like the same main writer.
I need to see Groundhog Day again because I'd only seen that when I was very young.
It's
I liked
really
it at the
good.
time.
It's really good. Like
I think Ghostbusters gets that buff with people because it's also a good action horror movie as well as being a comedy.
Yes.
Which is really neat, and there's basically nothing like that.
But Groundhog's Day is a fantastic existential horror where past realizing he's looping the first 10 times, he murders himself in every conceivable way, including getting run over by a train.
That makes sense.
He literally runs off a list of every way he's died. It's like, man, he hit a streak of killing himself for about a year straight or something. Like, it's really fucking good.
Going to.
Ignat's gonna cheat. Oh, we have the final team.
Mr. Field says he's in that loop for 10,000 years. I remember the original number was closer to something like 30 or 50, because the original writer had a number. He was like, based on the things he said.
Blues.
What is? Oh no. Truman Show's good. I like Truman Show. It's the only good thing to come out of this fucking godforsaken region.
Yeah.
Because that was filmed like 60 minutes from here.
Right.
If even.
Yeah, I was like, that's probably more like 40 minutes.
It's probably more like 40. I actually filmed a wedding out there in that area.
I don't know if I've ever actually been out there.
I used to help my parents deliver luggage that got delivered on airlines, so that was the first time I was out there. Because of course, someone who flew on a plane,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Daredevil. Drift past Star Post for score bonus. Skim the red side.
I think the best numbers I've seen, John Schwando, were from a YouTube video that was like, here's the minimum amount of time you could conceivably do all of these things in. Here's probably a more realistic number, for Groundhog Day. Of just based on the things he said in the movie. In the longest situation, or in the absolute shortest situation, if you were to speed run these tasks, this is how it goes. Yeah, it's a good video. Truman Show is a great film. Also peak Florida aesthetic. Yes. Fake rich assholes. Peak Florida aesthetic. say, Bob? What are you supposed to be doing?
I thought that there would be things that drift around, like it was telling me in the tutorial part before it started, but I think I'm really just supposed to blow them up. Destroy as many. Okay, yeah. So really, I'm supposed to be blowing it up.
Gotcha.
Oh.
Get ready for the next battle. He's got a real Street Fighter cross Tekken voice sound to him.
He does. Something earlier reminded me of Crazy Taxi.
That's fair. Yeah, where's BD Joe? Shibuya says, fake rich assholes, a town that tries to look good despite being shallow at best, a man who just wants to leave very peak Florida. Yeah. So if you can imagine watching that movie and then driving into that area, it's really...
surreal.
It's really surreal because it looks almost identical now to what it did then.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck the rich.
To be a hedgehog.
Fuck the rich. God.
I'm not sure.
The announcer is also just the voice actor for Sonic. Yeah, I've seen that poll, that graphic, ear where allegedly they like polled people from different states to see which state they hate the most, and everyone around here, including Florida, hates Florida the most.
Right.
And it's like, yeah, you do. Fuck this state. Fucking nightmare. Shoot.
I was trying.
Oh
yeah. Well, that was forever. Okay. It's like, if you want more, screw you. It's boring already.
Yeah, I noticed that didn't seem like you just got a gold, so it's not as challenging as past things, and it also seemed a bit less thrilling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I don't think that's the end of them.
You got that right, Tails. I can build them faster than you can break them.
That's kind of worrying, Eggman.
More egg ponds to exterminate. Excellent.
Oh, geez, you almost got that second star.
I did.
So what if I told you were over a 7th through this game?
Checks out. We've played a lot of this game, Dan.
In fact, you're probably over a 6th through this game.
Every race reveals more
We
information.
played a lot of this game.
Transmitting data now.
2 hours.
Yeah. I feel like I've been to the same tracks that half a dozen times already.
John Schwando says there are 7 chapters. You're on the 4th, aren't you?
Yeah, no, I was like, I figured we'd be farther. Just because I'm already seeing these levels so many times.
I get that. I get that, yeah.
Wait, the speed's identical between these two.
What was it, Jay's Reviews? I can't remember which YouTube channel. I think it was Jay's Reviews did a review of this versus Crash Team Racing.
Uh-huh.
Just talking about some weird stuff about both, how content unlocks and other things. I was unbelievably tired. It was one of those I've been up for 21-hour straight days.
Uh-huh.
You know, like yesterday.
Yeah, gotta get that Kingdom Hearts content done.
Important. Content.
I mean, trophies.
Yes, different. Here's the thing, Bob. And I feel like you'll understand. I want to get a platinum in Kingdom Hearts 3, so that way there is a very underscored, bolded in red font with an exclamation point sign that says, "There's no reason to return."
Yeah.
I kind of do.
Just want to hear those voice clips about, like, Keyblade.
Keyblade!
He shows a Keyblade at you.
There are only 18 tracks.
It feels like less.
Would you say that the Van Helsing game starring Hugh Jackman has the same level of cursed as Wild Wild West and Brendan Fraser mummy movies? I doubt that Van Helsing game's good, but
I remember it actually being way better than I expected.
Right.
I need to go back and see if it's
like I remember you liked the game but not the movie.
Yeah.
Which seems backwards. Hugh Jackman was in it, and so were vampires, so it got a pass from me back in the day. It's called being a teenager.
Right.
Some people realize their biases as life goes on, and other people get upset when you insult motion controls.
Yeah.
Oh, he meant to say the movie. Yeah, no, that's a lesser film for sure.
Yeah,
that's a much lesser film than
yeah, what was the
Mummy and
oh yeah, oh no, man.
And Wild Wild West. Wild Wild West is legitimately good.
Yeah, the Mummy I think is actually delightful.
I'm worried that it's not as good as Wild Wild West.
It might not,
which is hard because the dialogue on Wild Wild West is surprisingly sharp.
Right,
and the performances are good.
Yeah, I don't know what to expect for performances outside Brendan Fraser because Brendan Fraser is great.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Can the Helsing game be on the same level as the Constantine game?
It's probably better.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's better.
Some bizarre. It felt like a bizarre skin of Devil May Cry 1.
Yeah.
I need to play it again to see if it still holds up to that standard.
Right. Or to that thought even.
Right.
Like that notion. What about the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen? It's worse than all of these.
Yeah.
Like, if you can imagine though, the Van Helsing movie with Hugh Jackman is closer to League of Extraordinary Gentlemen than it is those other two films.
Yeah, it has a very distinct energy of that.
It's much closer to that than The Mummy or Wild Wild West.
Mm-hmm.
Which, once again, I think
those Wild Wild West and Mummy know their comedies. Those others don't.
Right. League is pretty self-serious, and it has like almost Joss Whedon, style writing before that was a thing.
Right.
Before that was popularized, rather. But even worse, I would say that's League's problem. Have we played the Nightmare Before Christmas Devil May Cry game? I've not played any Nightmare Before Christmas game other than Kingdom Hearts 2.
Right. Oh, that's fire.
I was thinking about it the other day. If you tell someone that you think Pokemon Sword and Shield is among the worst Pokemon games, they get upset and very defensive. But if you say Kingdom Hearts is maybe down there, Kingdom Hearts 3, I feel like they would be a little bit less knee-jerk about their reaction.
Right.
But keep in mind, I would be excluding games that were clearly lesser games. Like I'm not including 358 over 2 days because that's not a full-scale thing, unlike Birth by Sleep or Dream Drop.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's true. I just think about that. Those are two very extremely different games. Yeah, but I'm talking about them in regards to their specific franchises,
Yeah. Like comparing Pokemon to the rest of Pokemon, comparing Kingdom Hearts to the rest of Kingdom Hearts, I think it's completely reasonable.
Yeah, no, that's apples to apples and oranges to oranges.
Not sitting here like, oh, the new Pokemon game's way worse than the new Kingdom Hearts. Like, that doesn't make sense. I mean, it might be true, but
I don't know. That's hard to think about. There's still a lot going on since it is apples and oranges.
There's a lot of factors.
Crabcan says, people got really upset at me tonight for saying Gen 1 Pokemon games are worse than Gen 5. That's insane. Those games are like the roughest Dragon Quest games. The only benefit is you can go downstairs without selecting stairs.
Yeah.
They chug, they barely run. They were great for their time.
And when you say that, you're talking about Gen 1, not remake of Gen 1 on Game Boy Advance, which is different.
I have a funny mustache. Does that make me evil?
Have you played the Pokemon spin-offs no one talks about? No, I meant to at some point, but honestly, the whole Sword and Shield thing has me just not even wanting to engage with Pokemon.
Yeah.
Which is why this thought of mine came up. Because I feel like I could tell you guys that there was more in Kingdom Hearts 2 and Birth by Sleep and Dream Drop Distance that made me really love those games and introduced new lore and new areas that were really interesting. And I don't think Kingdom Hearts 3 does that at all. And I think people would understand.
But
if I explained that 5th gen had 150 new Pokemon and a really interesting plot and was the last time the plot remotely functioned thematically as well as being good and having good characters, people will fucking skin me. Because Sword and Shield good.
I hadn't thought about that, but Big's right. Those wisps are working with Dodonpa. Maybe he is a good guy.
And now that everyone's talking about disparate things.
Right? You got him off guard.
I agree with you, Baydog. I think that really is the peak of Pokemon when you go Platinum all the way to Black and White 2. That's it. Because Heart Gold and Soul Silver are so incredible. And it's not because I have nostalgia for Silver. It's because the feature set they added is really good. The music is exceptionally good. Yeah, I'm sorry about that, Agent Emerlad. I'm not sure if you were here at the beginning, but yeah, we...
I use the SD card we normally have in certain devices to hack the GameCube to get better Game Boy Advance playback. I accidentally shipped that off to fucking Texas with my Wii, which is getting modded.
Dragon Knight says, I understand the Kingdom Hearts thing, Dan. I respect your opinion on Kingdom Hearts 3. Yeah, that's just how I feel. I feel plot-wise, Kingdom Hearts 3 kind of comes off as we set up all these threads in all these other games and we need to deliver on them and we don't have time to develop the world or add new characters or have new areas even. Like, they don't have one new area, do they?
No,
Scalad Kylan.
Yeah, but that's so not an area.
It's not fleshed out at all.
Right.
Like, it's visually fleshed out.
It is.
You can tell they put a lot of concepts into it because it is a representation of an area that was introduced in lore and other content.
But yeah,
it's But yeah, it's not even that, Shibuya. It's not me being like, they didn't deliver enough on these arcs. Because I feel like for the Birth by Sleep crew, they really did do justice there. And for the Dream Drop crew, they also did justice there. Like, as character arcs and characters hitting a conclusion, meeting a conclusion, I think they did fine. I think as a game,
right?
Like they have 23 classic Kingdom games, Bob.
Yeah,
23 or 21.
If he's cheating, he's pretty bad at it.
Like, and they don't have one new area other than Scalad Kylan, which isn't fleshed out. You don't get to explore it,
right?
In Kingdom Hearts 3 normal.
And even
I'm
in
gonna
Remind.
have to speak really specifically. Yeah, in Remind you get to, but it's weird, and we're not going to talk about it. And this is the thing. Like, for me, as everyone who watches the channel knows, I came into Kingdom Hearts 14 months before that game launched. Or no, 3 months before that game launched. 14 months before the DLC launched. Like, I beat Kingdom Hearts 1 technically years and years and years and years and years and years and years ago. Like back in 2006 or 2005.
Is it me?
But
of course not. There must be something wrong with this car I'm driving.
Typical. The creator always blames his creations.
I believe I told you to zip it, Orbot!
Yeah, it really feels like
Fortunately, I know how to create
those games.
better racing cars.
Any of that should have been concluded before the absolute end, because to make the absolute end just this.
I mean,
montage.
the Keyblade Graveyard is just that.
Yeah, it's frustrating.
What do you think, Orbot?
It's tying up loose ends for,
like I was saying the other day, it's
3 hours straight or something.
Kingdom Hearts 3 is the obligation. Like, they felt like they need to literally wrap up every one of these
What were you
plot threads.
comparing that to? Because we said something, the obligation.
Feel keeps saying Street Fighter V story mode, the obligation.
Because they promised it.
Yeah, they promised it, but I disagree. That thing is hilarious.
That thing
is
hilarious, and it is very enjoyable.
There's nothing else that gets you Zangief blocking katana with his muscles. Or
there are a lot of dumb modes.
Bison saying literal lines from the cartoon show.
John Juando says Metal Gear Solid 4, the obligation. I think Aggro was the one who said that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Bob brought up the Street Fighter 5, the obligation, and Kingdom Hearts 3, the obligation, and then Aggro said Metal Gear Solid 4, the obligation. I feel complicated on it, because while Kingdom Hearts 3 doesn't have lore-ruining details,
right, it also feels
buckshot into every pore of its skin.
It's like
it doesn't have novelty, and at least Metal Gear Solid 4 has that.
Mm-hmm.
There's novelty of gameplay and areas and to some extent lore, you know? Like, you get new lore.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, you find out what they did with Solidus's body, a thing you never would have questioned before that game.
That game answers a lot of questions nobody had, which is good and bad.
It's fucking hilarious. Agent Emerlad says, you ever get so ripped you can auto-block with your gains? Well, when I tweeted that thing about Gamer Gone Ripped, and I'm like, yeah, like, all this planking made me develop ab strength, and that made it hurt less when my cat would walk on my stomach while I'm lying in bed. Like, yeah, I auto-blocked her attacks. Rush Diggenberg, I think the attractions are a scourge.
Oh,
I think the attractions are the worst part of that game, and the notion that you need to be in a higher difficulty to disable them. Like, I can't disable them on my original standard file or on a beginner file from the stream is awful. I think they're the worst addition to that game, and there's a reason they let you disable it eventually.
Yeah, no, they know. Obviously, they know.
They definitely are a novelty, but not in the way I used that word, not in the way I meant that word.
Right.
I didn't mean novelty as in motion controls. I meant novelty as in new thing for you to experience. You know, human beings love novelty. That's why the Wii succeeded.
Did he say raw? Oh, no, he said bomb. I'm losing my mind.
Why do most of these characters need cars when they can run faster than them? Sometimes Sonic likes having fun.
Yeah, no, that's always the canon explanation for this. Sonic literally is like, he's giving them a handicap.
Also, why would he not want to drive a dope car and do sick drifts?
I don't know.
That's different from running.
It is.
Also, hi, Hippo. That was
okay.
Yeah, that was who said it. I think Hippo's just...
Right.
Yeah.
I think it would be neat to see them approach a Sonic running racing game again.
But Bob, they perfected it the first time.
Did not do
with
that.
Sonic R. we should get Handsome Joe to come over and play some Sonic R.
Like, why me?
Stark Maximum says, God, when can we get a KZ announcer mod? Raw! That would be funny. Oh, God, I forgot about that, John. Have they announced that for anything other than an arcade machine? Did you know Mr. Gimmick's getting a remake?
Oh, man, I heard about that, yeah.
That game has some of the best fucking music. It's nuts. It's firing on more cylinders than you thought the car had. That's what that game is. Also, usually his good friend Tails made the car for him, and he's not an ungrateful douche.
Surprising, I know.
So was that supposed to be Sonic Unleashed?
It did sound like it.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I was hearing.
Then I was going on top of the buildings, kind of like in Sonic Unleashed.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, okay.
I did not get Tokyo Mirage Sessions. Instead, I decided to get a Platinum in Kingdom Hearts 3 and cut my soul loose from it. Because I feel like I shouldn't have put 80 hours into a game and not had a Platinum. Because I put... you know, time with the stream and time with the DLC, and then my original file, which has the Ultimate Keyblade and countless other things.
Right.
I think the Sonic Ring getting it sound is one of the best, you picked up a collectible sounds in video games. For sure.
I don't think it'll be fought on this.
Caliban asked. I think the problem is when you use digital representations of the Sega Genesis itself that don't have a proper dithering to the audio and a proper low quality to the sound that smooths that out. So you're getting perfect all the way pan to the left, high-pitched sound, perfectly high-pitched all the way to the right sound. Because for those who don't know, when you collect your first ring, every odd ring in Sonic the Hedgehog comes out of your right channel, and every even ring in Sonic the Hedgehog comes out of your left, and it alternates. For anyone who doesn't know. What's better, ring or coin? Ring. Bob, do you have a preference? Coin sound versus ring sound?
I don't think
I mean, I like Mario 1 coin sound. I feel like after that, they get a bit less iconic sounding.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, probably. I recognize the ring a lot more.
Spaceman, I agree. It is really weird to go into a gas station and the cash register makes a fucking Sonic sound.
Yeah, it's insane. I don't know why it happens.
I don't know how that's legal. Did M2 ever do a Sonic collection? I think they... I mean, they've ported Sonic games. As I talked about on Big Think last week, right now they're making the Sega Ages version of Sonic 2. But that's the thing. They normally do them a la carte, not in a giant collection.
Right.
Also, I don't know if M2 has mastered the Genesis sound to that extent. In fact, very few people have. If anything, the only people I would trust so far to get as close as humanly possible to the Genesis sound is people using a Mr. FPGA representation of the Genesis with the Fourier curve applied. MD Fourier, for those who don't know, is a project that has run through numerous models of Sega Genesis's specific sound frequencies and measured their response in order to use it as an equalizer of sorts on emulated sound. I don't know what Defil Mask is.
What was it called?
Defil Mask. I assume it has something to do with Genesis sound. M2 did a Sonic 2 thing on 3DS. Was that Sonic Collection on the DS/3DS? Was that them?
I forgot they did a collection on there.
The problem is if Defil Mask only reproduces the Yamaha chip, that means it's not reproducing the sound from the PSG, which is where the ring sound comes from, if I'm not mistaken. So, like, it's a 16... Oh, it does both. Okay. Hey, Dan Bob. Which is confusing because we actually have a viewer named Dan Bob. Dan Bob Dixon. But anyways, Hippo asks, hey, how does this hold up to Sonic All-Stars? I like the fact that it runs at 60-ish.
Ish, yeah. It's still pretty rough.
But that's better than Lock 30.
Yeah.
Which is what that was, except for on PC. So I guess if you had Sonic All-Stars Racing transformed on PC, there's that. Also, it's really neat to have, like, people from Virtua Fighter in it.
Yeah, no, it's really neat to have, like, this beyond.
Yeah. Yes, Crummy Curmudgeon. M2 is different from the company M2 working on Resident Evil 3 Remake. They're gonna get sued.
They should.
They should get sued. What were they thinking?
I don't know, man.
That studio has been around for fucking ever. Hippo says, I heard the controls were stiff in this. I wouldn't say they're stiff. They're kind of burnout-ish in that, you're supposed to use drifts to turn heavily.
Yeah, if anything, I think it feels kind of loose. That's what I would associate that with. I don't know. Nothing feels quite perfect.
Yeah. I mean, it's no Mod Nation Racers. It's just... No. Stop it, you. Funny story about that spaceman. A person, not going to name them, almost got me Planet Robobot for Christmas, but then they were like, Dan doesn't have time to play games. And when they told me this, I was very sad.
Man, I feel like if they weren't going to have like all of the Sega characters, they really should have at least tried to get a really solid roster of Sonic characters, like get everybody in, like freaking the flying squirrel and the mighty
and Styx, right?
Yeah, and Styx and Stitch
and Stitch.
And that
Hippo says, Mod Nation, we were robbed. Robbed, damn it. And then Rush Stickenberg says, Little Big Planet Kart was the better Mod Nation game. I don't remember what about Little Big Planet karting made me not play it as much. There was something about it. Good job on taking down your rival.
Thank you. Somebody needs to appreciate it.
Text Disney now. Yeah, Phil asking the important question. Bob, what about the Sonic Rider birds? And Marine?
You know what? If we're scraping the barrel, go for it. Oh, whoops, that's true.
One of my favorite lines in a Cyber Shell video is when he's talking about Sonic 4 Episode 1 and 2. He's like, in Episode 2, you can play as Tails. Guys, I'm pretty sure when people say that Sonic has too many characters, the characters they aren't talking about is Tails and Knuckles. We don't have to put them in one at a time to play it safe.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, no, it's fucking nuts that they're like, Sonic 4 Episode 2, you can play as Tails again.
It's like,
finally.
Nobody's complaining about those.
How about
Literally
Chip?
no one.
I'm okay with Chip coming along.
Who's that cowboy one? I can never remember the name. The sniper.
Yeah, Fang the sniper. He's Fang.
He's pretty cool.
Fang's pretty cool, yeah. Correct take. Uh-oh, we got people in chat calling him Knack. Also, there's Bean the Duck.
Bean's okay.
Isn't Bean technically a reference to a much older Sega game? I only say this because it's like, I feel weird about his inclusion. But that's fine, it's whatever. When's Bunny Rabbit? I'm sorry, we just have to bury all of Sadam.
Oh yeah, no, those aren't canonic characters. I will accept everyone we talked about that's from the video games. I'm not about to jump into those.
I think the
characters.
part where it gets weird is then Bob's character from the Sadam will come in, and he'll be like, "How come this item didn't make me invisible?" And I'll be like, "Oh, geez, that's rough." Guess it doesn't work on French stereotypes. Also, I'm gonna lose it. Is that character the French dude played by Yakko from Animaniacs?
Oh no.
Because I think it is. I'm not positive.
Oh my god, I threaded Neil perfectly on that one.
Dante Namikaze says Bunny was in the comics first.
Yeah, no, comic characters and cartoon characters. No.
Antoine, yeah, I'm talking about Antoine. But yeah, I think the visual mashup of styles would be really unsettling.
Yeah, like I don't like they just clearly are artistically designed completely different.
Because you would have these characters, right?
Mm-hmm.
You'd have all of them, and they kind of mesh. And then Bunny Rabbit would look like she came from Enslaved.
Yeah,
the Ninja Theory game from last gen. Yep, Antoine is Yakko. Knew it.
Oh no. Dark knowledge. Kingdom Hearts.
Rush Dickenberg says, Rotor the Walrus is canon. How? How did that occur?
Okay, good. That guy got in front of me, just flew right off the cliff.
Trinity 2 says, when are we getting the Dark Brotherhood characters? That has characters?
I didn't even know.
BioWare's like, this pre-existing pantheon of characters is enough. We need a new one.
We've got interesting stories to tell.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no. Oh no, this is bad. This is really bad.
What if the IDW Sonic characters are just Foxhound? That'd be hilarious, too. There's a guy named Decoy the Octopus.
148. That's good. Man.
I did it. We know. We know, Factor.
How bad is this overall ranking? Show me. Okay.
Feel says Decoy the Octopus is real. And he's saying that you should put them in. Because apparently there's a character, according to Feel, in the IDW comics. Mm-hmm. Stark screams, you're fucking with us now, Feel. You're just saying these things because you know no one can read the comments and can't call you out. Oh, it's Mimic the Octopus. There we go.
Okay, but that's basically the same thing.
Like, I would have fucking heard about that by now if it was literally Decoy Octopus.
Right.
In Sonic. I talk about Metal Gear and Sonic too much to not. Bob, we left one category out of the Game of the Year 2019 for a big thing to mention.
Yeah.
What game will KZ try the first of in the entire franchise and say it's a good game when it might be arguably a disappointment? What will be the new game that is like that?
Oh, man. Like, I would be Metal Gear.
If there was a Metal Gear coming out?
If there were a new Metal Gear coming out, yeah.
Okay.
But there
honestly,
isn't.
if they come out with a new Metal Gear, I'll probably be all right. That's how I feel.
Yeah, maybe.
Because they're not doing what they did last time again.
Yeah, they're not doing Survive again.
That didn't make money.
Yeah, it'd probably be like some sort of like clap moment of we're make the 1 again.
Yoshi fan says something. Remember when people thought Kiefer Sutherland was Decoy Octopus? That? I don't know if I'm going to catch shit for this. That would have been better than...
Yeah, that would have been way better.
Because while the twist in the game is an interesting metaphor, it also fucks the lore. Which Kojima is a huge fan of for whatever reason.
Ultimate can't beat. It can make the game run terribly though.
Agent Everlad says, I'll make a long shot and say Rune Factory. That's my gamer premonition.
I don't know if is 5 supposed to be bad or is 4 supposed to be bad?
Is there a 5?
5 isn't out. Yeah, probably won't be out this year. Like it seems like it's super early.
But if it comes out this year, it could be that, which is funny because they took the time to port 4.
Right.
So they have something to directly compare it against. But yeah, Rune Factory 4 is great. Spaceman's in chat confirming. I was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure everyone loves 4.
I'm going to buy it when it hits the Switch. That's my plan.
If I don't buy it, I'm going to be very upset.
I always liked the idea of Rune Factory, but it was locked on a console that made it run bad.
Mm-hmm. Apparently 4 specials coming out here next month.
Yeah. We covered that on next week. Big dink.
Big. It's very expensive. There's a new Switch Pro, Douglas. I have it. It's very expensive. It can run games in 1080p. Ooh. This power is true power. But seriously, though, playing through Mario Odyssey once that Switch Pro comes out, they better put out a fucking patch for Breath of the Wild.
Yeah. So don't do for Breath of the Wild.
I promise people, if they put out the Switch Pro and it properly upgrades Breath of the Wild, I will legitimately play that game through for the first time. And I'll make content out of it.
Yeah, no, I'd love to play more of that game. I never got my motorcycle. I don't know what I was thinking.
You're like, I don't need that. Looks dumb. Or Stickenberg says the twist in that game, talking about Metal Gear Solid 5, was already done thematically better in Metal Gear Solid 2. It was done in Metal Gear Solid 2, but it was low-key in Metal Gear Solid 2. It is huge in the conclusion of 5. Because the larger themes of Metal Gear
because
Solid 2...
nothing exists in the conclusion of 5, so any one thing is huge.
With Metal Sonic in the mix, this race could get even more dangerous.
But yeah, like, the larger part of Metal Gear Solid 2 is a commentary on capitalism and making a sequel to a piece of art. Like, that and all sorts of other themes it picks up along the way.
Dangerous than a tin can.
Well, he races like
You
a
know.
tin can. Let's get back on the track.
Ranging from identity to other things. But you know, that also plays into the theme. The larger.
I got the key. Survival race.
Something is not right.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
I've got a bad feeling about this. The Hylian Wolfo says, as someone whose favorite Metal Gear Solid game was 2, Metal Gear Solid 5 highly frustrates me. Yeah, there are a lot of reasons to be disappointed with Metal Gear Solid 5. There are also a lot of reasons to be frustrated by Metal Gear Solid 4. So which one's worse, being frustrated or being disappointed?
Well, what if one did both?
What? Oh no.
Were you disappointed? Oh, you're saying you were frustrated by 5. Okay.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Get your head in the game. I'm totally gonna make you look
'Cause-
silly out there. You
Because
wanna win,
what?
right?
You don't like replaying those missions a ton to
Yeah.
get the incredibly...
Yeah, and then finding out that the extra chapter that would have given this game a conclusion.
point other than metaphor. Yeah. Just ripped straight out of the game. Not finished in time.
Wow, dude. You take all the fun out of
The 360 version is better, Shibuya.
Yeah, everybody knows they need to play a 360 version of Metal Gear.
The 360.
5.
Oh, okay. She was asking about the Metal Gear Solid collection.
Yeah.
The PS3 version kind of suffers in certain areas. I don't think they ever got it quite up to snuff.
Yeah,
I would look up Digital Foundry, see if they have some stuff on it.
If nothing else, Konami needs to support those.
Yeah,
It's crazy. isn't it?
Absolutely. PS5 needs to be that.
Right.
No, you're supposed to say in your dreams, Sonic. In your
Jeez, we're in Castle Oblivion.
Too late. The moment's passed.
I am ready to roll.
Nice selection.
What was the name of that other team-based racer that came out 2018? That was, you need to take down your opponents. Maybe it wasn't team-based.
There's Onrush.
Yeah, I was thinking of Onrush.
Yeah. That was a mistake.
Onrush or what you just did?
What I just did.
Oh.
But yeah, no, Onrush was a mistake. Because it's like, you just make this a regular racing game and you'll do fine. Instead, no, the publisher says we need all these mechanics. It's got to be interesting. It's got to be unique. It can't just be a good arcade racing game.
Yeah.
That can't possibly sell. It's not like there's literally no competition in that market.
Yeah. It's unfortunate that that's exactly what happened.
I hate
publishers needing
so
to
much.
greenlight things based on gimmicks.
Yeah.
When gimmicks aren't what make games sell.
Yeah, no, it's like insane. They have.
Tell me, what's the gimmick of The Last of Us? Zombies? Fucking good gimmick, bro.
Yeah, no, the best-selling games don't have crazy gimmicks. Like freaking, look at Grand Theft Auto 5, Metal Gear, or not, God, Call of Duty. Like, it's not a gimmick. It make a good game. That's what sells.
Yeah, I mean, there's Call of Duty, there's GTA 5. I mean, God of War.
Yeah.
Like, they invented a weird arbitrary gimmick that isn't part of why it sold. Like,
oh, yeah,
the no cutting the camera.
Right, but nobody sits there and is like, that's what makes this
right.
big.
And that's the thing. That's not crucial to why it sold well.
Right. Big.
But yeah, Nosebleed says the 360 collection doesn't include Peace Walker, so that's a plus.
Right.
I don't have an opinion on Peace Walker. I intentionally avoided those. Because, and this may, tell you why I don't like 5. I come to Metal Gear for a very cinematic story.
Yes.
With a structured set of levels that are tightly woven together into a direct narrative order.
It's really sad that Hater's final performance on the series is that.
Is a portable title?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's okay, Bob. He's got good gigs. You know, he was Creamy Zeus recently.
Was it Creamy Zeus?
Yes, it's Creamy Zeus. I had to look it up multiple times because it's such an absurd name and makes no sense.
Yeah.
I'm Creamy Zeus. What was it? I can't remember the exact line, but he does a rhyme that's really funny. Creamy Zeus? Google Creamy Zeus. I'll post it on the Discord later. There's on Twitter there is a clip preview that shows his part of the episode. Here we go. I'll post it. I'll post this clip in the chat so that way people can check it out. Oh no, this is good, Shibuya. It's fucking weird. David Hayter posted the clip himself. It's something about his Scream Cream giving you something dreams. Like, because he's a ranch pirate. He's a pirate made of ranch.
Of course.
Yeah, because he's Creamy Zeus. It just kills me. But yeah, I'm looking forward to every DLC for Bloodstained.
Oh yes.
And see, that's the thing, right? When it came to should we do a spoiler cast for Remind, I'm like, I don't want to do a spoiler cast for every piece of DLC for Bloodstained, and I know other people on the podcast wouldn't want to either.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't.
Like, even though that's your favorite game of last year, easily.
Yeah, easily, yeah. Shibi says, okay, that's really good. I needed that. Yes, somebody paid him money on that one voice acting service to do the dummy thick line. Where he was in fact voicing Solid Snake, saying that line about the dummy thick.
Colonel, I'm trying to sneak into the facility, but I'm dummy thick and my ass keeps clapping and alerting the guards.
There was a comment on the Bloodstained beta video we did, which, by the way, did I tell you that video got a shitload of views?
I don't think you did.
We finished Castlevania month by doing the Bloodstained beta quick play.
Mm-hmm.
And that video got unbelievable amounts of views just because people were excited for Bloodstained. But there's one comment, and I had to scroll down a bit to get it. I was just looking over comments. There's a comment that was like, oh, this is really, like he was like, dude, your Solid Snake impersonation's great. And then the person replies to them, and they're like, everybody can impersonate Solid Snake. And as someone who hates certain prolific former voice actors / animators, modern Let's Players impersonations of Solid Snake, and honestly, theirs isn't that bad. It's just inaccurate. It's its own try-hard direction, right? So it totally fits. There are many bad impersonators of Solid Snake.
Yeah, I feel like that's one of the most impersonated poorly voices there is.
I'm trying to think of others, because there are others. Like Yoda. You hear people try to do Yoda, and it's a nightmare.
Yeah, David Hayter is definitely the best Guyver. I wish he was in the best Guyver movie, though. Because the one that has Mark Hamill is a side character is a much better movie, but it doesn't have Hayter as Guyver.
Right.
It's a conundrum.
It is a real conundrum, Bob. That is for certain. Okay, cool. Ami confirmed that I am in fact going to get my role Nendroid.
Good.
So we got to a new area. Do we have a new set of characters? No, we don't. Okay, of course not. What was I thinking?
Yeah, this might be all of them.
Yeah, I think it is. I feel like it's going to add Robotnik.
You mean Robotnik?
Yes.
Ha.
Got him.
So you're telling me there would be four teams of 3 and Robotnik?
Yes.
That's a bummer. Stark Maximum says there is a villain team.
Okay.
Mr. Field said he feels like Solid Snake is kind of like the Where is it?
I can't explain it. I just feel it.
I lost it completely.
Have your travels through time given
Either
you
that or he deleted it. It doesn't
Captain
show me.
Kirk,
that he-
something?
No, it was some other thing.
Okay.
Or maybe I'm just thinking too much.
Oh well. Anyway,
Either way,
Solid
I
Snake
trust
is
you.
Captain Kirk of video
We will be
games.
ready.
And Stark Maximum said, there we go. Solid Snake is one of those voices like Homestar that everyone thinks they can do. Or Strong Bad. I feel like Strong Bad's more common. Yeah. People.
Yeah, because strangely, like, Strong Bad, the prolific part of that website that's called Homestar,
Yeah.
like, I know even as a kid, I didn't want to watch the other shows. I didn't like Homestar at all, which makes sense. He was not made to be a likable character. He was made to be the butt of jokes.
Right. The one time Homestar was really funny is when he climbed that mountain to get that thing for marzipan, and he just fucking snaps because the bird won't fucking do what he wants, and he pulls out a gun. And it just comes out of nowhere, and it's enormous.
Man, we're probably near the end of this game.
Well, we're on chapter 5 out of 7, so you are correct.
Oh man, it's only. I thought we did another chapter since then. My bad. Thought we were on part 6.
It's okay, Bob. I can upload this as a Let's Play on YouTube. It's almost like Strong Bad got updated weekly for a long time and nothing else did.
Yeah.
I can't say any words right now or I'll choke on my tongue.
Wait, Dan, when's the weekly beta coming out?
Well, it's weekly.
Every week, right?
It's weekly, yeah. It's weekly. That's why it's called that, Bob, because it's actually weekly.
I will do better next time.
Do better next time. This game runs so bad.
It's like good. Nightmare.
Dignified but effective.
What I'm trying to say is very optimized. Didn't they push it back to make performance better?
I think they did. So imagine how bad that was.
Yeah. But since I feel like, oh, thank you for the follow. Followed. Yeah, check him out. It doesn't want to tell me. Like my screen has buried. Artemis V-Hawk. Okay. Thanks for following, Artemis. But yeah, I feel like some of the worlds in Kingdom Hearts 3 are maybe some of the weaker along the franchise.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I totally agree.
And I felt that way, like, vaguely before, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's the case, but...
Yeah, seeing them again back to back.
And then us doing that stream, I'm like, yeah, okay. Yeah.
Oh, that hurts. Better use my ult.
All I've heard, it can't be beat.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
Anyone need anything?
After experiencing a lot of this game, like, I'm still not really feeling it. Something.
So it just doesn't feel right.
Yeah, it just doesn't feel like super great. Like, this is okay. Like, if other cart racers weren't existing and setting a precedence, it'd be fine.
I don't even know what you're talking about. This,
I know.
like, what other kart racers?
It's
It's
really-
this in Crash Team Racing
Right, like-
versus Mario Kart.
Right, I know, and that's sad.
It's a lot like when Broly fought two Saiyans at the same time.
Yes.
Remember that? That was very cool.
It's,
Man, Broly's really cool. I'm really glad he gets added to things twice.
Yes. Yeah, like,
yeah, if I were
Mario Kart presents such a massive pillar. It's like insurmountable.
Yeah, because that game's on the Switch and looks and runs better than this.
Right. Like every single
so much
inch
money
of that screen looks better.
Yeah.
It's insane. It's like,
it's almost like their development budget was massive.
Mm-hmm.
Because they could afford the staff necessary to polish it up that much.
Right. Because they knew that it was going to sell. Because it's Mario, one of the best-selling franchises they have.
Right. Stark Maximum says, I'll take 2 Brolys over 8 Gokus. I'll take them all.
Yeah, I think it's hilarious. It's like, maybe it's because I don't have a deep love for Dragon Ball. People do. where I'm just like, yeah, I don't have that deep love for Dragon Ball other people do. So that's why I'm completely open to Goku's cool.
I feel like the vast majority of people who like Dragon Ball want a lot of Goku forms.
I don't even know anymore.
I think we just have one very loud Dragon Ball fan within vicinity who absolutely hates that shit.
And I don't, it's like
Goku.
We have all these Gokus already, but we don't have a single shirtless Goku, so they needed to do at least one more.
Right.
It's just bizarre.
Rush Stickenberg says, I love Dragon Ball. Give me more Gokus.
Thank you. I need to know this. I need backup.
Bob needs frame of reference. And because, once again, when you're near a person who is very loud about their opinions, and it has very specific opinions that don't normally line up with the fan base, you don't know what normal is anymore.
Maintain radio silence until your mission is complete.
No shit, yeah. I would love Super Saiyan 4. I'll take it. I'm not kidding. Give me 8 Gokus and 2 Brolys. Let's keep them going.
Wipe the track up with these losers.
That's the only one I won't take just because it's cursed. And hey, we have enough of them in the GT Goku. Like, we got the best got the best way we could. Like, we have Kid Goku as GT Goku. He does mostly Kid Goku moves.
We need Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta and Goku.
The heart wants what the heart wants.
I will assemble a team of little shits.
Look, I'd be completely fine with more Gokus, just not that one. Like, if we do the Goku with the Super Saiyan God powers, where he's like red-haired and all scrawny looking, I'll take that. That'd be cool. What is this song?
Moonlight Sonata, basically.
Yeah, I was like, it sounds like that, but there's no way, right? Hey, let's do another incredibly easy mode.
It's pretty similar to Moonlight Sonata. By the way, welcome to everyone's favorite part of the stream. When Dan points out the song you're listening to is remarkably similar to another song, and then that thorn's placed in your brain, and you can't get it out for weeks.
Yeah, no, there's no good song in Kingdom Hearts 3, I found out. Thanks to you. Thank you, Dan.
Oh, you're welcome. I debunked them.
Yes, you debunked every song.
What was
Snake Eater?
Yeah, no, Twilight Town Snake Eater, but before that it's a Trampese song. It's the da na 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 na, but it's really sad and lilting. Yeah, it's that. And then it goes da na na Snake Eater. And I'm like, this is great. This is the best of humanity. Let's keep it going. Can we get the Friends theme in here? Can Xehanort come out and it's just like that would be, and then he would be like Keyblade.
Yeah, the Xehanort has turned into those joke videos is amazing.
Dan destroys OSTs with facts and logic. Spaceman's like, I can't hear the Starman thing without thinking Jesus Christ Superstar now. And Fox says the same spin. Yeah, Mario's just cruising down to Jerusalem. Axel comes out to the Seinfeld theme. I mean, to be fair, Ventus. Was it Ventus or Roxas? No, it was Roxas. Roxas Kramer's into the end of that game. He's like, whoa! Coming through the door. And then there's applause.
So Shibuya says, not sure if you've heard this before, Bob, but
so no one told me that life was like a... Wait. So no one told me life was gonna be X-Blade. Dyslexia. Hey, I'm dyslexic. Fuck off. Earlier, I accredited a quote from you to feel. I didn't do it out loud. I just went, wait, I saw a thing. Didn't he say this other thing? No, the person above him said that.
They've added the difficulty to this mode by having one enemy that spawns with red turtle shells around him. So I need to watch out. I can't just ungush through him.
The funniest shit in the world is when someone was like, what was it? Someone in the questions part of the Discord was, and they were just making a joke, and I'm not trying to shame them or anything like that. I legitimately think this is funny. Someone was like, oh dang, Dan's becoming so in tune with Japanese culture, he can't pronounce L's and R's correctly or something like that. And I'm like, yeah, no, I legitimately have difficulty doing that. That's like a thing I fight a lot, and it's really difficult, and certain combinations of words really give me super difficulty with that. And I think it was like 16 hours later, I finished one of the Armchair Devs extras, and in the first opening 4 seconds, I have that problem talking. And it's not left on the cutting room floor like that. I just kept rolling with it. So it's in the final thing.
Right.
I was like, that's funny. Did you use the gacha system to unlock stats yet? Unlock stats yet? Start maximum. No, they've just been ungaing through the story.
You don't have the gold medal. Oh my god. Well, I think silver might be all I need.
As long as, you know, Bob stays strong, he doesn't have to gacha to solve any problem.
I didn't even know there were level up mechanics.
What did you say, Big?
Oh, the froggy cloud is gone.
Dante Namikaze says every time you go into a menu, it sounds like one of the dubbed Dragon Ball Z songs. So you're trying to say it sounds like a Bruce Falconer joint?
Crazy. Daredevil. What does that mean?
Spaceman says, what's wrong with the DL home screen? I don't know what that means. I don't understand your question. I'm sure it was a joke based on something I missed entirely.
The pieces are falling into place.
It's all starting to add up.
Dragalia lost. Okay. He was talking to Vox about Dragalia lost. Every time somebody shortens Dragalia lost to DL, I go, downloadable.
Down low.
Getting low. Oh yeah, it's Tom's Diner.
Oh yeah,
you ruined the song. I didn't ruin the song. They stole Tom's Diner.
Yeah, Tom's Diner is a great song.
I played that song to somebody who had never come across Dragalia Lost at all. Like, I played the Dragalia Lost theme, and I'm like, this is Tom's Diner. Can you hear it? And they're like, yes. Oh my god, why did they steal Tom's Diner? I was like, apparently this was just a song on its own, and then they licensed it for this game. Oof. So that's funny as hell. That's okay. That's a better cover of Tom's Diner than that one that, who's it, Fallout Boy? Fallout Boy uses it for one part of a song. One part. One. Zemnis playing Puyo Puyo. Haha. One. Dan, I like how every second day something comes to your mind completely unprompted about how, man, next gen is going to be so good. It was prompted because I was digging through those trophies. You know, I was...
Oh, it's this thing.
14 deep on my 17 trophy run on Kingdom Hearts, and that's when I was like, because you sit there and you're like, did it register me doing the thing to get the trophy? And you just have to awkwardly sit there and wait. KZ's totally right, though, that like the capture button stuff's going to be more responsive too. I mean, that shit's more responsive on the fucking Switch. You hit the button and it instantly screen caps.
Right. Oh man, that ambient occlusion looks great.
If you want tips for some of the trophies in your road to let the past die, feel free to ask, by the way, says Shiba Yugata. The only one I'm worried about is the synthesizing one. The synthesizing one's going to be a fucking nightmare. Also, Vox asks, what's more cursed? Finding out so many video game songs are ripping off pre-existing songs, or finding out that video games are ripping off every old manga? I feel like video games do a much better job of covering it up. Because, yeah, Mega Man is inspired by pre-existing manga.
Yeah.
But at no point do you see it, you go, oh, this is just blatantly that.
Right.
Because it has a very different tone.
Yeah, even like Vanquish straight up looks like Casting.
Yes.
But it's not the same. It feels...
At all. Vanquish is like so idiotic compared to Casern and what Casern's about.
I don't remember which side's better to go through, yellow or red.
I think you're just building a combo by consistently going through the same color, but I could be wrong. Hey, Passive Remote, how's it going? Agent Emerlad says, I just looked up Tony's Diner and now I'm cursed. Now I've been cursed. I assume you mean Tom's Diner. Anyway, the synthesis one can be rough. There's usually good guides for what drops where. Yeah, I know. Silvermane says, Vanquish is amazing. Vanquish is just like peak platinum.
What is...
I saw. I don't know.
Am I losing my mind? Is any of this real?
Also, hey, Laser Kid, holy shit. I'm late, but I'm here. How are you doing? We lost SD cards, so we couldn't hack the Game Boy interface into working on our GameCube, so we switched to playing Team Sonic Racing instead of the previously planned Game Boy Roulette.
I need a tutorial for this mode, but put it in front of the Demolition Bot mode instead of this mode. So I don't remember it, because I read that an hour ago.
Wow. I'm in...
Go through the bonus point. Skim the red side of the star post
for score multiplier.
Okay, so I get a lot of multipliers, and I actually I cash it in.
You cash it in on yellow.
Okay.
So you want to do red, yellow. I'm having fun talking to the chat about all sorts of stuff. I know that my favorite Platinum game is either Vanquish or Metal Gear Rising.
Yeah, that's fair.
Which is not a terribly popular opinion, I feel. Most people associate them with Bayonetta.
I think there's a large constituency that really likes Rising.
Yes, Rising's definitely more popular than Vanquish.
Yes.
You can't go over 1.5 apparently.
Huh.
So now you're just doing every other. You know, you'd go red, yellow, because the red will keep the multiplier alive, and the yellow will consistently cash it in. At least I assume that's how this makes sense. It may just make more sense to just do yellow the whole way.
Huh.
Because the multiplier only seems to go up to 1.5 times.
You will never match my speed.
Oh, that's cool, Shibuya. I actually missed it. Is the archive up? Vox says, I say it's near Automata, but you know, I didn't play it, so I can't really have an opinion per se. It looks great. The plot's clearly amazing.
Yeah, it's definitely the strong suit of that. And it definitely does make one of the best games.
Cool. Please send me that link, Shibuya. Thank you. Nosebleed says Rising was my favorite until Automata. Yeah.
Rising is so close to being absolutely amazing.
Yes.
It needed that little bit more.
Yeah. Like, it's not as finished as Devil May Cry 3 or Devil May Cry 5.
Right. I wouldn't even say it's as finished as, like, Bayonetta 1.
Right. I can agree with that.
Wait. Okay.
Yeah, you are getting a drift bonus, weirdly now.
Yeah. This game's obsessed with that.
They were trying, like, I can tell that they were trying to do physics like that, though. You know, like Burnout 3 or Revenge, where that's just how you're supposed to turn and move. Which is better, Rising or Devil May Cry 4? I like Rising a lot more because it does something... How do I put this? People always bless my fucking... No, specific people. It's outside of that tiny, slightly higher brick, so of course it's a ghost floor. Anyway, Devil May Cry 4 is incredibly frustrating to replay because the level design is so frustrating and bad. Because I'll agree that Rising doesn't exactly have masterclass level design, but it's still enjoyable.
Yeah, it flows a lot smooth.
Oh, yeah. Good lord. You know what helps? Being half the length.
Yeah, and it has, like, it doesn't repeat bosses. It's just each boss is its own separate thing.
I wouldn't even say that's a major problem, but it certainly helps it. Meanwhile, Devil May Cry 4 repeats every boss and level, basically.
Yeah.
And that, holy shit. They weren't even that great the first time.
Yeah.
Basically, Devil May Cry 4 is a truck driving off of a mountain ridge after you beat Belial. Because it immediately goes, what if this was a bad level? Like, just unenjoyable. I don't like Devil May Cry 4.
Yeah, I have a much different, like, more complicated opinion, I feel. It's just because I'm like, I really, really enjoy what you've done with the combat here. But the game around it is so bad.
And that's the thing. That's how I feel, too. I think Nero's timing sword and grabbing hand are fucking excellent. And that's why I speak highly of the mechanics in that game. But I don't want to replay that game. Fuck. I don't want to replay that game because it's those levels.
Yeah, no, it's like...
And that story is just not as good as 3 remotely.
And it's clearly, like, not done. Like, they clearly have a bunch of stuff insinuating that Nero is something, and they don't deliver on any of it.
Yeah.
Okay, this is... I'm not getting something about this. I think I was going to go to the other race after this. It's normal. I thought that this would be cool and new.
Carmen Carvajan says, man, I can't even be mad at Kingdom Hearts 3 charging 30 bones for Remind because I would 100% pay the same for just for Virgil. If you paid $30 just to get Virgil as a playable character, I think that's a bum deal too. But that's the thing. At least it would come with story, I would assume. Because even in the remaster of 4, they gave Virgil cutscenes and stuff.
They gave him like one cutscene.
Oh, it's only one?
2 cutscenes, and it's really nothing.
Okay, never mind.
So yeah. But the thing about that is the levels in Devil May Cry 5 are all such a higher level than anything in Kingdom Hearts 3. Like, I'd much rather replay any of those with new stuff. Like, just new mechanics. That
right.
Yeah, it's weird. Oh, I didn't fall through the ground that time.
But yeah, like, but I still think if Virgil is $30, that's maybe not a great deal.
Yeah, no, it wouldn't. But I feel like if they were to charge that, this time they would actually do a campaign. Like, I think that's like the Virgil Downfall DLC that was DMC. Mm-hmm. That was a campaign.
Yes.
And that's fully what I expect them to do if they do Virgil DLC.
Also, there's a really good chance, even if they don't do that, even if it is just 2 cutscenes, those 2 cutscenes would be more new content than what's in Remind.
Right. Heck, I like those 2 cutscenes in Devil May Cry 4. The second one is nothing. The end of the game is nothing. But the beginning of the game is a cool fight scene. And that's more than I got out of Remind's cutscenes.
Out of Remind's cutscenes, but there is a moment.
There is a moment. There's a really good moment in that.
Yes.
I can't deny that.
There's a really good moment. But yeah, I'm not interested in paying $30 for Virgil. I don't think, unless it comes with a lot of stuff and it seems incredibly polished and thorough.
I mean, heck,
$30 is a lot for DLC. Period.
It is. It's an insane amount. Like, I don't think they will charge $30. Like, right. Capcom doesn't have the precedent to do that.
Right. I think Kingdom Hearts fans are a lot more used to final mixes and things.
Right. Like, and if they're doing that, it'll probably have, like, if it's $30 expansion, I expect that stuff that kind of leaked, like, oh yeah, multiplayer Bloody Palace.
Yeah.
And that could be really dope.
Yeah.
And that Ladies Night, where it would be Trish or Lady playable. Yeah, man, buying the entire Devil May Cry 4 again was around $30. Or gave you Lady, Trish, and Virgil playable in new cutscenes for them.
All you have to do is wait 10 years.
Yeah, but they made that in like 1 year after the 10-year wait.
Right.
Time to race.
And then that greatest hits version is how they released Virgil the first time. So it was $20. And they had bad new bosses, but rebalanced game stuff. So it was a lot like a final mix.
Either way, my frame of reference is Infamous First Light is $15.
Right.
And that's a whole ass game.
Mhm.
Like, it involves some environments from the old game, but it's got new cutscenes. It's a whole new story.
Yeah, and my frame reference I keep bringing up is Neo. That's
right.
That's 3 new campaigns.
Right. And it was how much? Like 20?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes, Silvermane, like the co-op mode no one plays in Bayonetta 2 because Bayonetta 2 is bad and only on the Wii U.
Yeah, I was going to say, well, no, it got ported
It got ported eventually.
It would have been much better for Bayonetta 2 if it had come out on the Switch.
Yeah. No, that
I feel like
if
people
that
would
was
have been more excited.
And then I've had time to get polished into a game that's good at all, instead of a game to make reviewers clap.
What, you don't like your walk and talk in your Bayonetta?
Yeah. It's very cursed.
I don't see what's wrong with that. See, Astral Chain, if you think about it, is an evolution of that, where it's even more walk and talk. There's an entire thing of walk and talk, and then you go to the level, which sometimes also has walk and talk.
I know. It's really disheartening, and I hope the
And that
Bayonetta 3
reviewed
is
really well and is the best-selling Platinum game, I'm sure.
It didn't review really well, I don't think. Yeah, go for it. I think that I'm pretty sure it reviewed worse than Bayonetta 2 by a large margin.
Bayonetta 2 is like a clapping simulator.
Yeah.
Because it literally does everything game reviewers love in narrative games.
Yes.
To the disadvantage of replayability. So how much do you think it is?
I think it's around an 80.
It is 87.
Good lord.
Yeah, no, that's... I watched some reviews before we did our spoiler cast, so that way I could hear other people's opinions, you know, and I'm not like, you need to understand where I'm coming from. I'm not saying it to be antagonistic or whatever, but I need to hear other people's opinions I disagree with to better understand how to phrase mine.
Yeah, like figure out where they're coming from with liking it.
Right.
That helps.
Because I feel like, by and large, judging by people who can't understand the shit I say, I seem to have a different frame of reference for discussing games than most. So I need to figure out what people like about, yeah, because like by and large, if you listen to the spoiler cast and listen to the shit I'm saying, you know I'm not just covering talking points and copying and pasting from what other people are saying.
Right.
I gave Jedi Fallen Order a really low score, and most of my complaints about Astral Chain were mechanics based or frame rate based, and the fact it's just fucking Ava, which, holy shit, no one.
These cretins haven't seen Ava, I guess.
No game reviewers in 2019 know what Ava is. Trinity says, don't all the Bayonetta insta-kill QTEs load you up right before it?
In Bayonetta 1?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, they do.
I mean, I hate the QTEs in Bayonetta 1. That's
they're bad.
Part of why I don't like that game. It's part of it. It's not all of it. I feel like the sense of progression as you go through the game isn't as powerful as it is in, like, a Devil May Cry 3, anyways. Not. Well, I don't know. 1 still feels really powerful.
Yeah, one is really good.
You know, you spend a while with the Force Edge, and then you get Sparta, and then you get other interesting weapons.
Yeah, I think that they do a thing in Bayonetta that I don't really agree with, but is neat. You get the weapon is fully hidden in a stage, so it's not part of the progression of that. It's literally like, it's a cool thing you can find, which is neat in its own way, but it's not as good.
It's neat, but then you don't get a sense of progression.
No,
and it's not balanced per se as a part of the progression. Like, you don't go to the next level and they can assume you have that weapon.
Right, no. And that also kind of hurts the cutscenes.
True.
It's like the cooler stuff happens in the anime that's kind of mid.
Carmen Curmudgeon says, I'm coming to the realization I probably like God of War 18 more than Astral Chain, and that thought troubles me. I like God of War 18 more than most action games.
Yeah.
I think when they get around to making that sequel, it's going to be a vastly better game.
Yeah, no, I'm sure.
Because it will be unhinged in comparison from a tech angle, and you may think that doesn't matter, but it absolutely does.
Yeah.
Every part of that game is spaced and constructed and blocked off from your field of view and encounters and everything else, so that way it can run and not just shit its pants. Everyone I watched that played Astral Chain picked up on the Ava stuff, so I guess it's the reviewers that didn't notice. I also watched a few YouTube reviews. Yeah, Nosebleed, the first time you move the character in Astral Chain, you realize they don't feel tight. Like, the movement doesn't feel good.
Yeah, it's weird. Like, I don't know why the movement and attacks for your main character feel worse than any other Platinum game, basically.
I can't think of anything else, but I haven't played...
Yeah,
I haven't played Anarchy Reigns or Max Anarchy enough to know.
Right, it's better than those. But just ignore those cheap ones. Don't even think about those. Like the Nickelodeon tie-ins.
Yeah, for some reason, people keep bringing those into the discussion. It's like... That's like if I were to tell you Nintendo makes really good first-party games, and you're like, look at this $5 downloadable game they made.
Right.
It's like, that's not really what I'm talking about, but okay.
Ready to roll.
Why can't I play his role from Mega Man?
Well out there, wouldn't you say?
I mean, the Archie comics did do both.
Yeah.
They did Mega Man and Sonic, so you're right to want that. You're totally valid in your insane request.
Vector, I am a princess. People lie to me daily.
I heard the Korra one was decent for being a budget game.
So I know who I can trust.
It's got so much infinite runner filler.
Yeah, no, it's not good, but it's kind of neat, and it doesn't feel terrible. Like, I feel like moving your character doesn't feel as bad as Astral Chain.
Right.
I feel like they intentionally made your main character feel bad to play.
So that way you would want to rely on your Legion more.
Right, and then they made the Legion not big up the gap.
Well, part of the issue is that the buy-in at the offset, at the outset of the whole game, is you will not be using the right analog stick to move the camera.
Yes.
Which is a fucking nightmarishly poor decision to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's not like their level design's hyper-linear in a way that makes sure that the enemies will always be on screen.
No.
It's not that at all.
Yeah, it doesn't have like the Devil May Cry 1 or 3 just message of, yeah, this room has this camera angle, so sometimes that works out and sometimes it doesn't. It's literally still a third-person angle that you can somewhat control, but not well.
Yeah.
Kind of reminds me of when they slapped that sort of camera control into Ninja Gaiden 1, but Ninja Gaiden 1 did it better, which is insane.
Yeah. People in chat are talking about the Archie Mega Man comics and how they were good. I have a funny story to tell about that. During the whole, like, if you cheat at video games, you shouldn't count it as, like, beating it, right?
Yeah.
Like, if you rewind when you died and redo the last 10 seconds and undo your fuck-up, that doesn't count as beating. During that whole Mike Mattei Twitter thing and me, quote, retweeting him and giving a more specific, more nuanced opinion on it, somebody literally thought it was a really good rebuttal to screen cap the Top Man comic in the header of the Gigaboots Twitter account and then send it at me like, ha, owned. You're literally Top Man complaining about them not playing your level right. And I'm like, actually, that was a joke about people who would send in levels to our Mega Man Maker series who would scream we weren't playing their levels correctly, which is a thing.
Yes.
And then they were like, oh. I was like, man, fucking people.
So, when I had a pile up there, that really emphasizes the problems I have with this game. Like, how bad it feels when you're next to other players.
Yeah.
Like, this is not how it should work.
Oh. Don't worry, on the PS5, this will lock 60. You're going to be playing this on your PS5. Right?
I guess we could. I don't know. I feel like we're supposed to finish the stream and think we're done with the video game completely.
Well then.
I guess I can do that plat.
Laser Kid says, I miss those Mega Man Maker streams. I ended up burning out on good level ideas, though. And that's kind of the thing. Like, the community at large did, and as they keep adding more things in for creators who are still engaged, a lot of those things can be used in such limited manners that they are almost exclusively malicious.
Mm-hmm.
That's been our experience. I thought Vox would get a kick out of that story. Because, yeah, it is someone who's just trying to be like, haha, you're stupid. And I'm like, no, you have no idea who I am or where I come from. Context of this is completely lost on you. This is some good frames.
Yeah, it is.
Please pace them slowly. I want to savor them. There have been suggestions that it's 2 terabytes on the PS4 and that the system's 500. I think that's sufficient, since you can install and uninstall single player and multiplayer separately on these new consoles. That's very helpful.
That would be nice. Oh no.
It's okay. You only needed to get... Oh, those other guys are really fucking up, huh?
Yeah. I didn't get the superpower at the end of the map like I was really hoping I would.
I'm proud of you, team.
But hey, at least you got first in the Grand Prix?
No.
Why did it say first then?
So,
oh, that wasn't you.
That wasn't anything out?
I saw Blaze and I assumed.
SBO and Charmy are following up on a few
I guess it worked. Doing a cutscene.
Then we'll see who this Dodonpa guy really is.
Oh, it's finished top screen the visual. That's all I need. 400 rings in a single drift.
Don't go that way.
Oh yeah, that's
you
the
have
other
nowhere
one.
near enough stars.
I don't know what you're talking about. Another Grand Prix.
Yeah, I also missed the I hate blank more than I hate my father stages. Those are really funny. Crimson Hell says Devil May Cry 5 is the conclusion game and wraps up the story along with adding new stuff. Plus. Yeah, no, it's really good. It's really, really good.
My engine is hot.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like unearned.
Omachow, I need your help.
What can I do for you?
Something bad is coming. Soon. I can feel it. I just don't know where. And I can't be everywhere at once.
Are you sure? You're
yeah,
Silver.
I think you might be able to. You shouldn't put yourself down like that, Silver.
I am a sin against God.
What do you mean?
I'm gonna need you to stop saying that every other sentence.
That's just too bad. Crimson Helm says it's no use, man.
I see. Watch the chow. Thanks, Omachow.
Does Vanitas say no? It's no use. I feel like he should.
Someone in Kingdom Hearts says that. They have to. Fox says my levels were masterpieces. Bob, do you have an opinion on that? Involving a platform gun?
They were certainly levels, Fox.
They were firing on all cylinders,
yes.
and
they were achieved what they wanted.
I genuinely enjoyed them.
It's really I don't know how it feels like there are so few levels if they're 12. But yeah, I feel like every one of these Grand Prix has like at least one shared level, and I'm going insane.
But see, the enemy AI is going from brain dead to numb in the skull. Is the idea that this is Sonic 3 or is this Sonic Adventure 2? Sorry, Sonic 3 and Knuckles, or is this Sonic Adventure 2?
For the music or the level?
The level. Because the music does have a Sonic and Knuckles feel.
Yeah, I think maybe this was...
it combines both into one track. Okay. Also, Spiff confirms this is Sandopolis. Thank you. I actually forgot the name of the level from Sonic and Knuckles because I didn't beat that game until last year. Because I didn't understand there was a save function on my cartridge if I hooked it up with Sonic 3. I just assumed you put the cartridge in and you can play Sonic 3 as Knuckles. And it wasn't until I watched a YouTube video, you know, several years back now, that someone was like, yeah, it runs straight from Sonic 3 into Knuckles. I'm like, what? Son of a bitch, man. Too bad I don't own those anymore.
Oh, this is sand. Take that, Silver. I see what you're doing.
Tiki Town says, speaking of tracks in Mega Man Maker, the stage search song is in Mega Man Maker is crazy good. I'm trying to remember which one because they changed some of the themes around. And I have a complication with one of the other themes. But anyway, I'm pretty sure the search theme is the one that goes. Yeah, that one, right?
This level runs so bad.
So the first note of the level creator theme in Mega Man Maker, I'm pretty sure, is also the first note in Balloon Fight. So every time I try to remember the boot, it's like my brain just goes Balloon Fight. It's like boot, boot, doo 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 doo. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I totally hear it. Wait, no, what lap are we on?
Ow.
Yeah, as much as I've been playing this game, I still cannot remember where they put the freaking lap counter. It's the upper right.
Yeah, it's upper right. It's a lot smaller than everything else.
Right? It's like it's one of the most important things in the racing game. Please. Please.
Thank you. Thank you, Crimson. Crimson confirms that Riku in Kingdom Hearts 1 said it's no use before the fight with him. I knew it! It's like someone in there said it. Boys, 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 boys. Rolling Star! Like, what the... But we don't have any Daytona. Oh man, could you imagine this song with just some fucking rolling start and other Daytona USA songs?
Wow, what did he hit me with?
I don't know.
I haven't seen anything in the game do that.
He pulled the trigger on a gun that just killed you.
Yeah, right?
It didn't shoot bullets. It just killed you.
Ooh.
He seems pretty happy about it.
Oh no, that's Ghost.
Oh no. Oh, this is too close. Oh no, now there's another car up here.
It's gonna give me something that shoots forward.
It's okay, because one of them is your teammate.
Yeah, he'll help. Oh, God, it's so hard to tell what is...
Bob, just remember, it's the beige sand.
Right?
Think about Sora.
Okay.
Wow. That's surprising. My favorite cartoon kart racer power-up, actual gun.
There's that Donkey Kong image with him with the shotgun from the original N64 version.
Yes. But yeah, Stark Maximum, that's the one the Daytona guy did. The cover of F-Zero for Ultimate, where you can't understand what he's saying.
Of course.
He probably should have just done another song where he holds a really high-pitched note and then dips with it, because, man, it's real good. I think basically every song on Daytona USA that isn't the Game Over theme is good. They're like, how do we top this? Oh, let's just get Offspring.
So weird they're still putting up, like, tutorial stuff at the top.
Yeah.
Please, you can make fire. Do you have to worry about the cold?
Bob, I can make pancakes, but I hate the absence of pancakes.
All right, fair enough. I have to question that if you can spawn pancakes at any moment, though. Like, that's the part that makes it weird.
Where I just sound like lazy or something?
Yes.
Maybe.
Oh. For some reason, I thought that would just open.
Yeah, I
instead
thought
of
so
running
too.
bad and then not taking damage.
Stark's asking me to make him pancakes. I didn't say I could make good pancakes. Bob, why did you drive on red stripes when blue good? I wonder if anyone here, one, can hear Tosh at all.
Yes.
Two, actually knows about strawberry pancakes.
Probably. I feel like that's somebody. Just true odds.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Maybe. People are saying, I love strawberry pancake. I personally prefer blueberry pancake.
Oh. Okay.
Chocolate chip. Yeah, I don't think they know, Bob. I think you were just unfortunate to know me.
Yes.
And I'm like, hey, here's some Weeble stuff. And you're like, please don't. Also, Tosh yells it every now and again. I feel like that's the only reason it's come up in 3 years is Tosh yelling it out of nowhere.
The brain damage kicks in and she just can't resist.
Yep.
I'm looking for pancakes!
Pancakes! And I'm like, okay, I get it. She's just like, give me a pancake!
Okay, I'm going to Waffle House. It's closer, and I don't think you can make it till I hop.
Tosh won't stop kicking in her baby seat. They make a DX racer that looks like the taller chairs you get for kids.
Good Lord.
Could you imagine? Her chair comes up to here, you know, like our armrest.
I appreciate the gesture.
Fox is like, a little brain damage never hurt anyone. And Stark Maximum says, Tosh in the back yelling, McDonald's! McDonald's! Chicken nugget.
Maxwell, why won't you take me?
Oh, I actually heard a little bit about that, Agent Everlad, but I don't know exactly what's up. Which thing from Weeble ended up in the Smithsonian? Right Wings asks an important question. Why make regular pancakes when you can pour the batter in a muffin tray and bake it?
Huh. You don't have time to bake. Because that takes an extra layer of time.
Dan, have you spent money on the real maple syrup? Because that shit is delicious. Bob's Family is actually how I tried real maple syrup for the first time. I was like, man, these motherfuckers are rich. And then I'd go home and I would literally pour corn syrup on my pancakes. I'm not even kidding. There's no joke here.
Yeah, no, my mom...
Not like maple syrup at a store that's corn syrup. My stepfather literally kept a bottle of corn syrup for us to pour on pancakes. Now then, go ahead.
My mom's from Maine, so that her family would ship down, like, Maine maple syrup.
As in real maple syrup.
Yes. Yeah. It's real good.
Oh, the Narwhals. That song from Weeble got used. Yeah, that's right. That song's okay. Hey, Bob.
Hey.
How you feeling?
I'm doing okay. Yeah? I just feel like this game is maybe not great.
Whatever gave you that idea?
So I'm blitzing through it, and I don't think that that's skill on my side.
It's okay, Bob. We can just Okay, Stream Deck has decided to stop responding.
Oh,
we
well.
can't do anything.
With the mirror track, that would be really different.
Yeah, I mean, it has like a fourth as many tracks as Mario Kart does nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
It has under a fourth of how many they have nowadays, because don't they have 80 tracks now?
Good teamwork. Thanks.
Is that right? Can someone do that math? Anyways, yeah, they have way fewer, clearly. So you know. Start Maximum says, I mean, you have been playing it for almost 4 hours straight with no break.
I played Kingdom Hearts for like 15 straight.
Yeah, no, again, when a game's good, you can just sit.
Yeah, we get this a lot because we do the Avenging My Youth stuff.
Right.
Where people are like, well, you've been playing it a long time. That's why you don't like it.
I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? I dive bombed most of Devil May Cry 5.
Bloodstained, I played nonstop for days. Like,
yeah,
I got time off and played the shit out of it. It's just this game doesn't have a lot of content, but wants you to redo that content in order to get everything.
Right, and it's weird when that's the story mode to it.
Yeah.
I would honestly prefer if we're doing more of those weirdo one-off modes. Like, I enjoyed doing learning the drift stuff for the rings. Where are those guys going?
I don't know.
I think they just all killed
Suicide
themselves.
pact. Suicide pact. You could have went through all the Mario Kart 8 tracks by 3 times over by now.
Yeah, because it also feels like these last forever.
There's no timer on screen, so I actually...
Oh, no. That's...
I think they don't.
Yeah, maybe not. Maybe it's just...
Because I'm thinking about it now, the times I've seen at the end of these races don't even seem that much longer than Mario Kart.
It's just that the levels are so nothing.
They're very wide.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I don't understand this kind of track design. Like, it's bizarre. It's something that I feel like the first time I saw it was Ridge Racer. The Ridge Racer wasn't Ridge Racer. What was that thing called?
Wasn't it
Rad Racer?
Rage Racer?
Rage Racer? Yeah. It was like, this is bizarre and bad. And yet, here we are. The year 2019. Racing games still using that level design.
I mean, to be fair, when Ridge Racer does it, it's because one, I don't even think it's this wide.
That Rad Racer game was insanely wide.
It's not Rad Racer. Rad Racer is an NES game.
I know.
And if anything, I wish that game was wide, because Jesus Christ. Racing games on the NES are by and large really rough.
Yeah.
Racing games on the Super NES are only barely better. But let me tell you about Super Scalar.
What they did was impressive and cool. They weren't good games.
Mario Kart tracks on 200cc are about 2 minutes. Yeah, I'm seeing him finishing these courses, and sometimes it's under 3 minutes.
Is it really?
Uh-huh.
Every time I do a race, I feel like I've been there for 5 to 10 minutes. Which...
or years. Yeah, Tiki Town, like the Bloodstained does a really good job of rewarding you for putting in a lot of effort. I was a little disappointed by the rewards that some of the data bosses give you in Limit Cut. Like, they give you equipment that isn't even that good.
Yeah, they give you incredibly bad equipment. It's very strange. It's like, this is something that's bonus material at the end of the video game.
Yeah.
For the hardest challenge in the game. Why are you even giving me this?
They should have given me, like, something that gives me 3 lucky strikes. That'd be great. Lucky Strike raises the drops of materials, rare ones especially.
Okay, yeah, no. If it was something like that, something, like, unique, instead of, like, gives a moderate boost to magic. Like, a moderate boost to magic. You think that matters at all? Right now. This is
yeah,
crazy.
which is weird because, like, you know, you hear all the time that, like, oh, if you know what you're doing with magic in Kingdom Hearts, you can break the game. Then, you know, I played the Limit Cut stuff, and I'm like, I mean, keep in mind, my equipment was not hyper ideal, but magic in my case didn't seem to be doing much damage, and I had more magic than I had, you know, strength.
Yeah, I tried magic a few times with those, and I didn't feel like I was really doing anything.
Yeah.
I think there was like one boss where it felt relevant. And even that, I was like, I put myself in massive danger doing this.
Yeah, Shibi is confirming in the core game you can absolutely unhinge it with magic, but in Limit Cut you can't rely on just that. Yeah, ultimately for me, magic became healing duty.
Yeah,
that's it. By the way, Bob, the Classic Kingdom Keyblade.
Haha.
Nice.
rival
Very
team.
nice. The Classic Kingdom Keyblade actually has more magic power than the Ultimate.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's important considering most things involving farming or grinding involve just throwing Thundazas out.
Yeah. I wonder what we could unlock. Oh, horns, paint kits, and vinyls. Okay.
Hey, Bob.
Hey.
Do you want to stop this? It's up to you.
I feel like we should at least finish this Grand Prix. I think we're the last one.
Okay. Yeah?
Well, of the Grand Prix. I think this is the last race.
Yes, this is. I mean, it says that. Yeah. The wide racing track and like somehow it feels slower than Mario Kart.
Yeah, like this is nowhere near the speed of 200cc.
Right.
Heck, I don't think it's even 150cc speed.
Maybe?
What is
a clock's hand hit you. This has happened many times during this
I
stream.
know it has. I just couldn't even see it that time. Like, usually I look down to see it.
You were really close to where it comes out from the wall. That's why. It was very last second.
Yeah, I feel like every single map design is just worse.
One thing's for sure, this frame rate is rough.
Yeah, no, every time a level gets ambitious at all, it just becomes almost unplayable.
Hey, look at you, the trophy.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Look at me.
At least the sewage doesn't hurt you.
Right. It just makes it slow.
Right. But yeah, I feel as like a large multiplayer game, this could work out all right. Like, you know, having a bunch of people you know actually racing.
I guess, but
what I'm saying is we should do a Team Sonic Racing LAN party.
We each our own copies also would run like absolute nightmares.
Yep. We need 12 copies of this game.
Yeah, this amazing game.
It's a good thing we have a Switch that allows for like 20 things to get plugged in. Because, man, even using 12 Wi-Fi connections on the same router would just shit its pants, I feel.
Yeah, probably.
Ooh.
But yeah. This is I feel like this is their Rainbow Road, and it's not.
This is their Rainbow Road, as far as I can tell. Also, people are disappointed by Pumpkin Hill not being in here.
It's crazy.
Agent Emerlad says, so how about a Sonic Roboblast 2 kart stream? Yeah, I think I would possibly enjoy that game more than this. At very least from the angle of you get to throw in hilarious characters. Like Arl from Puyo Puyo is it?
What is that?
Arl?
No.
Oh, it's just imagine somebody made a thing where the fan community can make Super Mario Kart, you know, type racer, but with Sonic there.
I got hit by their gun again.
Stark Maximus says, Dan, you could play as Arl. Oh. Because he was trying to say it as I said it.
Of course. Yeah, and it has like the same level of complete cheap moves, like power-ups. Like I've been hit by so many power-ups that are insane.
Are you trying to tell me this isn't a skill-based racer? Well, I guess Crash Team Racing is the only skill-based car racer.
The only skill-based car racer if you're...
I've been told this by people on the internet, and I trust them 100%.
They are psychotic, I'm sure.
They aren't biased. They're objective, whereas I'm subjective.
Yes.
Yeah.
Liking Mario Kart is subjective. No.
Yeah.
No.
You should barrel roll.
Yeah. I realized a little too late. What happened? Why did he
Spawned you under the ground?
Wow. What a game.
I don't know.
What
man.
a game. What a game.
What a game.
What a game. Here's our Rainbow Road. It has rails. Sometimes. Unless it glitches and doesn't.
We got Laser Kid saying Mario Party is objectively wrong. Clearly. Mario Party's right there.
Yeah, Mario Kart is 3 levels below Mario Kart easily.
Kingdom Hearts.
Kingdom Hearts.
You become a Field?
I think Reel's replacing Kingdom Hearts with anything else in the sense. Is horrifying and contagious.
That's funny as hell.
It is.
It does seem to be contagious. You've done it once or twice tonight.
Yeah.
I think it's because you were laughing so much over the comically bad situation in which that happened.
Yeah.
I think it was during the Game of the Year, right?
It was. I don't know if it was during one out.
Yeah.
It was, because it was our best old game.
Yes.
Yes! Oh, this is the last lap.
It was a good thing that last 30 feet went real fast.
Thanks for really...
Thanks, Vector.
Helping out, Vector.
It's like you want to go, maybe I should play as Vector.
Right?
Because Blaze won't fuck up this hard, will she?
Well done, team.
Ooh. Oh, it's downloading.
Very soon I'll have what I want. There's no way this plan can fail.
Oh, there's plenty of ways it could fail, boss. I've been making a list.
What did I say about making failure lists?
Oh, I know! Not to make them because they get you angry!
Aw, I like lists.
Was that the end? Or did you hit skip?
That was it.
Okay. Man, we're so close to finishing this. Just you know, 2 chapters in this one race to go. Should we?
I don't think
I feel
so.
like
it's 3 in the morning.
We probably shouldn't. It's 3 in the morning.
Yeah, that's probably enough of this.
Also, Fox in the chat says,
Vector, man.
okay, we're gonna go. I'm tired.
Yeah, me too.
We're tired. We are tired people in 60 frames per second.
Whoa.
It really drops frames though if you watch it. It starts chugging. It's a lot like Team Sonic Racing.
Anyway, you all have a great night.
We're gonna end this stream with some visual flair. If you are prone to epilepsy, please stop watching. Thank you. I'm just gonna punch some things in.
Okay.
Here we go. Very spooky.
Oh man.
Are you spooked?
I'm spooked.
I could be a monster behind you. Oh no. And you don't even know.
No, nobody's behind me.